This is
trad wife.
Trad wife.
Yeah.
Trad wife
Lance is up
phenomenon.
for 2.
Yeah, hey, again, I've never heard of it. I told you.
He'll hit the camera. He'll hit the camera more than he gets these
Which
right.
dates to at least 2020, has also been widely criticized. It refers to socially conservative influencers who celebrate looking after their husbands, children, and homes and post about it on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yeah. Started off likely as a misspelling of traditional wife, trad wife, T-R-A-D.
Got it now.
And turned into tried wife.
And finally, Delulu.
That means you're delusional. You're out of your mind.
Delulu, a abbreviation of delusional, less controversial, but has become associated with the post-truth world where personal beliefs are more important than reality. Its dictionary entry defines it as, quote, believing things that are not real or true, usually because you choose to.
Yeah.
So there are Delulu people out there?
Yeah, I guess so. I would say the trad wife probably did okay in the husband department.
Yeah, I think the trad wife, she can post what she wants.
That's right. A little heavy on the makeup. But that's okay. She's at home all day stirring that bowl. She do it however she wants.
That was back when they delivered milk daily, apparently.
I got it.
So, upset at the noise of a landscaper's lawnmower was making, a Florida man retrieved a dagger from his car, threatened the worker with the weapon, according to cops, who say the accused was, quote, wearing a full jester costume during the incident and arrest. Now,
so the attacker had on the jester costume, or the guy cutting his grass?
No, the attacker. According to the court affidavit, landscaper Brian Hansen was mowing 2 separate lawns yesterday afternoon when he was confronted by Anthony Marzola, 51, who lives at a nearby home. Marzola, investigators say, quote, became upset with the sound of the mower. He retrieved a 12-inch dagger. That's a quite large dagger.
Very big.
From a vehicle, began walking towards the victim. Marzola was allegedly pointing the dagger at Hansen and, quote, yelling, he cannot be mowing. Marzola advanced until the victim positioned his stand-on mower to be between him and the defendant. The defendant was wearing a full jester costume during the incident and arrest. While the report does not indicate why Marzola was wearing the jester outfit in the middle of the day, he has been arrested on a aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
I have not heard you mention the leaf blower in quite a while.
You're just getting used to them?
Well, we were in the pool yesterday, and I've got a theory on that.
Okay, I have brought up something Lance can't discuss on the show.
No, I don't know for a fact, but I lean.
You think he sees you outside and it's like, time to blow some leaves?
Yeah, that's the way it used to be.
No, it's changed now.
I think he might have died.
It has not been brought up in a very long time. Something has happened here.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he might have died.
What if he sold the house? Let's just think positive.
No.
Maybe they sold their house. Maybe he kept the yard so clean that people came and looked at it.
Maybe he came into some money. Now he has other people that do it while you're at work.
Nope, I don't think that's it. I mean, there's a chance maybe he got on one of those year-long cruises where you cruise every country.
That could be it, too.
Yeah.
Let's think positive. Maybe he didn't die.
I'm just playing percentages.
Yeah.
And by the way, if Jeff Aniston doesn't call on Friday.
Oh, I think he's dead, too. I hate to say that.
Don't say that.
No, I mean,
if we don't hear from him on Friday, on
Guaranteed
Friday.
Yeah.
And we've got to do some kind of welfare check where he's got to give somebody a number.
All right, Tyler, in the event Jeff calls back, we'll have that conversation with him. If you could document his number, and he doesn't have to ever be on the air again, but if we can just call and check in with him occasionally.
I thought we document everybody's number, relatively speaking.
Well, the new system, the one that hasn't gotten fried by lightning twice, yes.
Yeah, I thought about
but
Jeff
we did not
on
have that
Friday.
in the old system, did you?
Yeah, I really did.
So the chat has brought this up multiple times, but there was a fire chief in the Anniston area named Jeff who recently passed away. I'm not sure if that's our Jeff.
Fire chief's got to leave the house.
Yeah, I didn't get the feeling Jeff worked a job.
No.
I didn't get that feeling either, but I have no idea.
Yeah. But
it's a very common name, too.
Yeah, if he was the fire chief.
But I'm telling you, when you're
Next Round Live on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. The social media team at Next Round Live is dedicated to giving you daily news conferences and practice video from UAB, Alabama, Auburn, and around college football. Follow and compare to the sites you used to visit. You'll also get the latest highlights and news from the Next Round Daily Show. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss a thing. Follow Next Round Live on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. See more at nextroundlive.com.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown, Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
All right. I mean, I usually tease what's coming up in the show, but there's no need to tease it right now. Just flash the lights. Auburn is national champions in college football. I don't know which ones they're claiming now, but we start the day off. New signage going up in Jordan-Hare Stadium, according to Justin Hokanson and others who cover the Auburn Tigers, that John Cohen says it's all this playing is over with. He's going to do what other teams around the country have done, and they are going to claim now 9 national championships at Auburn. The signage will be up for game number 1 when they get back from Baylor inside Jordan-Hare Stadium. So now Auburn is up to 9 and can no longer from this day forth say anything about Alabama's 18.
That's right.
9 is the number, 18 is the number, and from now on, we live in peace in the great state of Alabama.
This is weird, John Cohen. I mean, retiring. Yeah, I mean, the
He's
timing.
had quite a week.
Yeah, the timing of the Cam Newton retirement. Hey, we're gonna fly these banners. Boy, all this is going to fall flat. You lose to Baylor.
Yeah.
And the coach that you've kind of hitched your wagon to going into year 3 after a 500 and then a sub-500 record, boy, you lose that first game.
Not bury the lead, Lance. Auburn is now national champions. Forrester, do you have any idea which ones that you guys are now claiming?
I got them.
I would imagine, let me guess,
Okay.
2010.
Well, they already got
I'm
it.
just
They
saying.
said.
I think it's one of the 9,
You're
Brown.
not claiming that one.
They
Everybody
won that one on the field.
Yeah, everybody saw that
2010.
one.
That's
Okay.
the only one that I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
2004?
They are claiming 2004.
Wow. Forrester,
As they should.
Live reaction, Forrester.
As they should.
Wow.
Okay, 2004.
As they should.
Unbeaten. So
Right.
is UCF.
Unbeaten, unclaimed.
Okay, next one. I'm okay with 1983. I thought they got jobbed in 83. Is that the next one?
You've skipped one.
I've skipped one?
Yes, you have.
Well,
Wait
there's
a
no way.
second. Hold on. 2004.
Oh, the 93 undefeated?
93.
93?
Well, they were undefeated.
Wasn't even on TV.
Can't count if you didn't see it, right?
I didn't see it.
But Tree Falls of the Woods.
93.
93.
Okay, 93. You
Uh-huh.
okay with that one, Forrester?
Sure.
All right.
Okay, 93. I mean, my goodness. I'm just going to get somebody to give you one during World War II?
That's
Oh, wait a
wow.
second. Wrong script. Wrong script.
Coming from an Alabama fan, you probably need to tap the brakes on that one.
You know what this reminds me of?
Hey,
is
they went back to back a couple of times.
We'll
according to
get
this.
to that.
just because you homeschool your student doesn't make him a 4.0 student. I mean, it just doesn't.
I mean, you're always valedictorian when you're homeschooled.
That's true, yeah.
Okay, so
Unless you got twins.
93, they were unbeaten.
93, yep.
11-0.
Now,
11-0.
as Hoke points out, let me just quickly say, I'm reading this
Like
from Hoke.
live, he's watching us now.
No.
or in
He may be.
previous
I don't know.
things? Okay.
Any of these, let me see the way he worded this, had an independent agency claim that they were national champion or give them a national champion. These aren't just
Well,
like.
I'm not going to sit here and say anything. But in 19 whatever, the one everyone gripes about with Alabama, there was somebody somewhere that claimed, it may have been a barber shop in Northport.
Yeah,
but
but
somebody
yes.
claimed they were national champions.
Joe's Barbershop national champs, yeah. So-
Listen, just in my opinion, from 1936 on, if it wasn't the AP coaches poll, BCS college football playoff,
Your tide will lose some there. A lot of schools will lose some there.
I think Alabama only loses one, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
I
apologies.
think that's the way. I mean, we did have
Well,
official ways, although
yeah.
you might, there's cracks in the system and there was a lot of flaws.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you guys. Now, look, this is a fine line to dance here. I have always said it is your school. You do it however you want. If you want to put 20 up there, you put 20 up there. It's your school. I don't care.
But wait, if you've spent how many generations have I been alive? I don't know how many, like several generations that I've been alive.
Maybe not several.
You've spent my entire multi-decade life looking down your nose at the national championships claimed at one part of this state, have they not?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
been like, well, yeah, they claim 12.
Yeah.
They claim 13.
No, they're
14, 15, 16,
in parts
17,
of this
18.
state today, there will either be Alabama fans saying, can't really say anything here. I got to let them do it. Or Auburn fans like, boy, I can't do this. I've hammered Alabama fans my whole. I don't want to lose that joke.
My goodness.
This is the judge that sentenced somebody to life in prison for selling weed, and now he's on his couch retired doing edibles.
There you go. Do you know a judge that has done that?
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of them out there right now. But it is funny because that was the Alabama overplays these national championships so much.
Yep.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing how they claim those national championships.
I will point out that 93 is not new. They have claimed 93 at some point. I don't know the organization that named Auburn in 93, but somebody did. I can find it later. 83.
The Bowden family.
83 is okay
83
with
is
me.
New York Times.
Okay, 2010.
Bowden family.
2004.
Uh-huh. That is new.
Okay.
They have never claimed this one.
1993.
Uh-huh.
1983.
Correct.
Okay. Next one's 57.
Well, 57 they'd already claimed,
Okay,
but 58, as Scott said, they've now gone
So they've got
back-to-back.
back-to-back national championships. That's
Yeah, let
pretty
me.
impressive.
We brought this season up.
No,
not long
I've
ago.
mentioned
You remember
this
that?
before. Yeah, I mentioned this before that underreported was the next year after Auburn won the AP National Championship in 1957. I think I brought it up that Auburn should be claiming 58.
They had a tie against Georgia Tech.
And who? I mean, back then.
7-7 tie at Grant Field. That was
Even on the road.
an unranked Georgia Tech team,
Yeah,
however.
but still, back then.
Yeah. They didn't beat a ranked. Alabama was not ranked that year. They didn't beat a single ranked team,
But
and they tied the only ranked team they played. And they finished number 2 in the Associated Press.
yeah, but they were unbeaten.
Did not play in a bowl game.
They were unbeaten.
They
were
were unbeaten. One single time.
Probation from 57.
Okay. As it often happened back then.
Well, I mean, I think that's correct.
Yeah. Let me see who the 19. I'll refresh my memory. Ohio State was your number 1.
What year? 50?
58. That was the one, if you remember. It was kind of complicated in 1958. LSU was also undefeated, 11-0. They beat Clemson. They were number 1.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody had LSU number 1 in 1958.
AP, UPI. Iowa's 8-1-1. The Football Writers Association of America. I mean, boy,
I'm
those
a proud
writers.
member. I'm a proud member.
I mean, Iowa 8-1-1. LSU 11-0.
Yeah.
But the Football Writers Association said, let's give it to a team that's got a loss and a tie. Yeah. LSU undefeated.
Yeah.
11-0, and they beat number 2 Clemson in the Sugar Bowl. Yeah, but Iowa. I mean, Iowa 8-1-1.
In 58, I gave my Football Writers Association vote to LSU.
I don't see immediately who claimed Auburn in 58, but I can see if I can find it.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I've got everybody that claimed national. I haven't seen anybody that claimed them at 58.
Yeah, but
It's okay.
apparently there is somebody out there that gave them one because of supposedly all these independently.
This is going to look good
I've
in
been
Jordan
wrong.
Hare Stadium. It'll look good.
Oh, yeah, they're putting the
Okay,
signs
so
up, yeah.
16 services claimed LSU number 1 that year. Only 1 claimed Iowa.
Yeah, football. Yeah. So I don't know where the 58. I'll have to find where the 58 came from. But
Okay,
they were undefeated.
We're at 6.
Single
20,
time, yeah.
If you're scoring at home, 2010, 2004, 93, 83, 58, 57. We're past the number of quarterbacks Hugh could play against Baylor. There's 6. Okay, at 57, what's next?
Well, these 1914. That is new,
1914.
right?
Is that a Heisman? Is that a John Heisman? Was he coaching then at Auburn?
1914. Auburn.
1914, I've got Army, Illinois, and Texas all with established national championships, all undefeated.
Yeah.
So where was all right?
Auburn.
1913, I've got Auburn.
Well, they've got that one
Okay.
too, Lance. So they went back to back, as Scott said, twice.
Wow.
Mike Donahue was your coach in 1914, where Auburn again
Love his road.
Well, they are
gets you right to the
they
stadium.
are
You're right
not
to the
going to be
stadium.
able to honor these teams right on the field.
No, I don't think there's anybody left on this one. Now, I will say of this 1914 Auburn football team, they did not allow a point all season long.
They did not. They were unscored on.
Okay.
Unscored on.
Unbeaten and unscored.
Yeah, now they had a tie. Georgia and Auburn played to a 0-0 tie.
What do you do there? Because Army, Illinois, and Texas were all undefeated with no ties.
Yeah, but they let people score though, didn't they?
Is that the tiebreaker?
I don't know.
So are they just going to roll tumors for like the next week to make up for
just to catch up on
of
all
the
these,
lost
yeah.
time?
Just the only one I pulled was Texas 8-0. They shut out 5 of 8 opponents, outscored all opponents by 358 to 21 points. Nobody scored back then.
Yeah.
So nobody scored on Auburn in 1914.
Yep.
Oh, you
The
got to be
entire
national
season.
champions that way. Give them, instead of championship rings, give them purity rings.
Okay, so
that was really good, Jeff. That one got me.
what is better though? One tie with nobody scoring or holding going 8-0 and holding opponents to 21 points.
If nobody scores on you, it's hard. Nobody's going to beat you.
Holy crap. People barely scored on them in 1913, the year before.
Yeah.
Only,
was Brother Bill already there?
Only Vandy scored 6 and Georgia scored 7. That's the only points. They gave up 13 points that year. So for 2 straight seasons, Auburn gave up 13 points. 2, 3, Best defense 4, in Auburn 5, history 6, right there.
7, 8. Find me one more, Brownie, after 13.
By the way, their coach, I'm just looking at a picture, Mike Donahue.
Yeah. Good, as Jim said, good road he's got.
Boy, he looks like he's 15.
Yeah.
Young
back then.
1910 is going to be your last one, Jim.
Or your first one.
Or your first one.
Yeah.
In the order we went, it will be last. But the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. 1910, Mike Donahue again. Boy, Mike Donahue has just become an important figure in Auburn football.
How is it not Jordan Donahue Stadium?
All of a sudden, this old cat's got 3 national championships. That's more than anybody else has.
This hair guy.
It's named after him.
Yeah, no, that's other than that. Their only loss that year was at Texas, 9-0. But again, Texas only team that scored on them. Mike Donahue knew defense. I'll give him that.
Play defense.
He
Stack
did.
that box, baby.
Hey, but that
Dare
year,
them to throw.
the 1910 Pittsburgh Panthers were undefeated, and they did not allow a point. How
Wow.
did so many teams shut people out? 9 games, not 1 point.
There was a little thing they didn't have. They called the forward pass, Lance.
And they were still teaching the game to other people.
Well, okay, so they played Ohio Northern. Listen to this schedule. Ohio Northern, Westminster, Waynesburg, Georgetown, Ohio, West Virginia, Washington and Jefferson, Kearney Tech, and Penn State.
Yeah, Kearney Tech.
Kearney Tech.
Step right up. Hit the rings. Win a prize.
We cannot stop you, but I guess you wait right now if you'd like for me to. Billingsley was the 1910 and the 1914.
Well respected back then.
I don't see one for the 1914. 1913 was Billingsley in 1910.
I'm okay with all this. This is all great.
Again, as we've always said, it's your school. Do it however you want.
all great.
I will also say, as Hoke continues to point out, and as Auburn continues
Live
to
or
announce
still
today,
on his feed?
still on the
Dang
feed
it,
from
Hoke.
Auburn's. Auburn also adding 3 conference championships. SIAA. That was a forerunner of the SEC. 1904, 1908, and 1910.
How can you add those? I mean, either you won them or you didn't.
So Auburn's conference title count is now up to 15. So 15 conference titles, 9 national championships. In case you're wondering.
So we do that exercise once a year as you pull that, Brown, on teams that have never won a national championship. Is there a possibility that now we're going to get some of these teams claiming a national championship?
I dig deep today. I mean, again, I'll be consistent. It's your program. Count them however you want to. You're the only fans that matter to your program. Like, I really don't care.
What was the word that we said yesterday? What were the new words for the
there was Delulu, which is delusional. There was Tradwife.
Yep, the first one.
The first one was Skibbity.
What is Skibbity?
It just had no meaning, man. Skibbity's just Skibbity.
Filler words.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Skibbity, for a lot of these teams, just claiming Skibbity national championship.
I thought it was Ski Biddy.
No, it's Skibbity.
It might be
It
Skibbity.
is Skibbity. In case you're wondering where this now puts Auburn, by the way, Ohio State claims 9. So Auburn is on the same national championship plane as Ohio State.
All right. I'm sensing a little bluish in the blood this morning.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh claims 9, surprisingly. Now, the vast majority of those won before World War II, only one after World War II.
Okay. All right.
Oklahoma claims 7, so you're now in front of Oklahoma. Tennessee claims 6.
Wow. Okay.
Nebraska only claims 5.
Yeah, by the way, I think Oklahoma's 7 and Nebraska's 5, those are all legitimate.
They are all after World War II, so they are all in the AP era. I don't know if they're all AP.
Yeah.
I cannot promise that.
Just as LT tells us about the fine folks at Inverness Country Club, would you pull up Alabama's and just tell me how much of those
Sure.
are either AP coaches or
I got
BCS or college football?
I got you
playoff?
right here, buddy. I can take
or
care
as
of
we
that.
like to call them, the most recognized of them.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be somewhere, I think, Scott, in the 13-14 neighborhood. Is that right? Am I close?
Well, I've got them right
Okay,
here.
let's hear
All
about
right.
Inverness first. Inverness Country Club.
Best days happen at Inverness Country Club. Find your sense community there at Inverness. They've got memberships that fit everybody, from the social, the golf membership. I had an opportunity to go out there and play with Brown and Bo just a couple of weeks ago. Fantastic course. Also, childcare, big plus. You and your wife want a day of golf or tennis. Guess what? You can drop the kid. Go have yourself a day on the court or course. Dinner with friends, knowing your kid is safe on site. Massive plus. Take a tour of this unbelievable club. Call Aaron and the fine folks there, 205-991-8608. That's 205-991-8608, or online, iccalabama.com.
So from 1961 on, all of Alabama's national championships that they claim are AP or coaches. So there are none post 61, I should say. When you go back to 1941, Deke and Holgate are your that was
off-brand toothpaste. Deke and Holgate.
Can we afford the Colgate? No, baby, get the Holgate.
Yeah, get the Holgate.
That was a 9-2 Alabama team that I think has taken on some criticism. The 41 is one of the criticized ones, right?
I think that's the one.
That is the criticized one.
Yeah.
They did lose 2 regular season games, and when I tell you who they lost to,
41 we can skip over. I will give you 41. Let's just move it to 17.
By the way, they lost. I just wanted to say they lost to Mississippi State and at Vanderbilt. Generally, I would say it's a good rule in the history of college football. If you've lost to both State and Vandy in the same season, you can't claim a national championship.
We were fighting a war, but go ahead.
Yes, but I'm just saying. 1934, also Deke and Holgate. Well, there were 5 selectors then. Hang on, let me. All right, so they were picked by Berryman, Dunkel, Holgate, Poling, and Williamson.
God, how'd they keep that team off the TV?
Sports writer Morgan Blake called it the best football team he ever saw.
Yeah, what was their record?
They were undefeated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can claim undefeated, right?
Morgan Blake was the Dan Wolken of his generation.
Dan Wolken left USA.
Then everything before that, they won the Rose Bowl.
That is correct. 1930, 26, and 25, they won or tied the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, that's national champions back in the day.
Now, they won the Rose Bowl in 34 as well, the one that had the various.
There you go.
Yeah. So really, the only one
pre-AP poll in 36.
I mean, 1941 is a bad claim by Alabama. You're 9-2. You lost to Vandy and Mississippi State.
Yeah.
I would say if
I agree with Dunaway. I think you let that one go.
Yeah. If Kalen DeBoer again, now your school, you claim whatever you want. That's my policy. But if Kalen DeBoer wins one, I think Alabama should say, we're recognizing this one. We're going to silently drop 1941, and we're going to keep it at 18.
We're going to keep 18 on the helmet and the gear.
That's right.
That'll keep it from awkwardly getting to 20 anytime soon.
Well, I do think we should have.
It's going to look weird on the helmet.
Leather helmet national champions, and then post leather helmet.
I would agree that
champions.
once you get past World War II, AP and coaches pretty much are UPI or whatever they called it. That pretty much settled it for me.
Just go to the NCAA.org or whatever, where the NCAA recognizes national champions. Even though it's not an NCAA championship, there's some website where it's just like
I got you.
The quote-unquote legitimate national champions. Not the so much claimed ones.
I got it right here. College football championship history.
Because I think Alabama falls right in the 14 neighborhood. Is that correct?
I got Alabama at 13.
Let's just list them.
You got them at 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
And 1941 is not on there.
Yeah.
Next, Notre Dame at 8.
Okay.
Ohio State 7. Oklahoma 7. USC 7. Miami 5. Nebraska 5. LSU 4. Texas 4. Minnesota 4. Clemson, Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Michigan, all 3. Army, Auburn, Michigan State, Penn State, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, all 2.
So for my Alabama friends who may be threatened today that Auburn has gotten within half in the rearview mirror of the national championships claimed, you can always go to that list and still stand atop the mountaintop. Let's do it while we're on our Auburn roll here. Let's do our Bojangles tender moment of the day. Forrest, do you have that yet, or I can push you deeper in the show?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, let's do this. I'm going to show you. Tell us about Bojangles.
All right, it can be bow time for you coming up at lunch. They're going to bring you our tender moment. They can bring you some great lunch there with our friends at Bojangles. Nothing pairs better with great hand-breaded tenders than a great dipping sauce. And they got them at Bojangles. If you want sweet, try honey mustard. You want some tang, try barbecue. You want some heat, try creamy buffalo or peach honey pepper. And if you're craving smooth and creamy house-made ranch, jalapeno ranch, or classic Bo sauce, ready and waiting. So head to Bojangles, order some hand-breaded tenders with your favorite sauce today. And don't forget, Bojangles great for those tailgate parties, both high school and college, and those watch parties as college football kicks off. For you, it is bow time.
All my closest friends are Auburn graduates, and they are dear people, and they love their school. They met their wives there, just wonderful people. My buddy Johnny Orr's dad passed away last week. Went to his funeral Friday. That's why I wasn't here. Big John Orr from South Georgia. Loved Auburn and loved Auburn sports, Auburn football. And in going through his things, Johnny, his son, who I play golf with all the time, one of my best friends, took some of his old game programs and has now put it up in his Auburn condo. And this is our Bojangle tender moment. The programs they cooked back in the day.
So these are from his dad.
These are from his dad's.
In good shape.
Yeah, and look. Those
are so good. I used to love those.
Oh, they were the best.
Yeah,
and he's got them framed down hallways in his condo down in Auburn, multiple hallways.
How cool!
I mean, is that not just awesome?
Yeah.
And by the way, it's able to slip in, so he has so many more. So when he gets tired of looking at those, he can pull those out and slip new ones in there.
What a cool idea!
But just look, and I got some of them frozen there for you. These last few that we've seen there, and just look now. If I'm right, Brown, there was a guy that drew cartoons for the Birmingham Post-Herald who was also an Auburn guy, so he drew a lot of these. But that one right there is 1971 at Legion Field. And look how they made a big deal about it being on national TV. That little thing right in the middle says national TV. You see Alabama
every game now.
Ebb Tide.
Yeah.
When they drew Alabama, was Alabama coming to your stadium? Usually the boat was sinking or somehow the water was being pushed back. I noticed this when I looked at old ones. What's next here? Auburn, Georgia, where that cat looks like it's about to use the bulldog as a litter box. That's 1962.
I mean, that is not an intimidating cat, is it?
No, it's a very happy cat, but boy, a tiny dog.
That's a tiny dog.
I'll take the tiger over
With
the dog.
no teeth?
Yeah. This is against Chattanooga.
Oh, it's an old dice roll.
Yeah, they were the moccasins back then, if you missed that. The old moccasins.
What do the dice have to do with
The
it?
dice.
They roll snake eyes.
Snake
yeah.
eyes,
But a little education here.
Okay.
The rock to make those dice were actually farmed out of the Lookout Mountain. They were known for marble, and those are marble dice there.
Okay.
Well, you
we
had to go deep on that, didn't you?
Educational.
Yes.
I think I got one more
Do you
here.
think the guy that was selling them on the street knew that backstory?
No.
Okay.
And this was always popular too. Kitty, here, kitty.
Yeah.
When Auburn would go on the road, you get a little bit of this, pouring some milk. There's a mouse trap in there, which I'm not sure is going to hurt the cat, but whatever. Good
his
cartoons
tongue.
back in the day.
I
But
used to love those. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the tickets because it translated over to the tickets.
Yeah, they had those cartoons.
Probably till early 90s.
Yeah. That was classic.
it's our Bojangles tender moment of the day. One more Auburn note here in our opening Auburn segment here on Tiger Talk. Right after Brownie tells us about our friends at Central State Bank.
That's right. Central State Bank is big enough to serve you, small enough to know you. If you're looking for a bank that plays on your team, Central State Bank is that bank. They're your hometown bank, serving Shelby County and Tallapoosa County and all of Central Alabama. Whether you're chasing dreams or building your business, Central State Bank has the tools, the team, and the personal touch to help you win. And they've got more than 100 years of trusted service, large enough, as I said, to serve you, small enough to know you, because they're rooted in community and they are driven by relationships. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
All right. Remember when Hugh Freeze said we're going to make Jackson Arnold come out with a lot of confidence. By the time we're through with the camp going to Baylor, he's going to be full of confidence. Since then, Hugh has been playing puppeteer of the media, things he said. Last night on Tiger Talk, the headline that came out is that Hugh Freeze says that Auburn could play 3 quarterbacks against Baylor. Not 1, not 2, 3. They're going to claim 3. They're going to claim 3 quarterbacks.
Do you
in the
have
Baylor
3
game.
different play callers for the 3 different quarterbacks?
I intentionally did not seek out what Hugh said because I saw it and I'm like, all right, I'm going to hear it first. So this will be the first time I actually heard what Hugh said.
So on Tiger Talk, if you just miss it, if you're just going by the media's headlines,
That's why I did this.
which is a problem in America today on both sides of the political aisle, by the way, I'll tell you that. But you probably should do a little research in what people actually said. Here's Hugh Freeze on Tiger Talk, and as you listen, what else are you going to say when you get set up this way? But here we go.
Is Jackson where you want him to be right now, quarterback?
I'm excited. I think he's taken some great strides from the second scrimmage, to now starting to communicate well with me and what he really feels good about, likes, and doesn't care for. And we're having some good conversations, along with obviously Kent and Jesse, and excited to see him get out there and do it under the lights.
Could we see all 3 quarterbacks Friday night in Baylor?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's strengths, and you put on Ashton's film from Stanford, and I mean, this guy ran away from some really good teams like Clemson and Notre Dame, and I mean, some of those runs were, I mean, he's got an extra gear, and so there's always a place for that, and then. Deuce right now, he can make any throw on the field, and he has a poise about him for a freshman that's unique. not as far along in all the protection sets and identifying coverages and maybe getting us into the right check just yet, but getting better and better at that too.
Okay. You were downplaying it, but here's my only point on this, Lance. The first time I've seen it. This is not a question coming from random assembled media at a press conference. This is one of your friendlies. This is Andy asking this. This is a guy that has insight inside the program that most don't have because he is the voice of the Auburn Tigers. He's having conversations with people that other reporters don't have, and it is not his job to try to make the coach uncomfortable in these situations. In fact, it's the opposite. They pay Andy to make Hugh Freeze as comfortable as he can be in this setting. So to me, it is a weird question to ask from Andy if Andy doesn't have some sort of inclination that Hugh Freeze wants to answer that question or that Auburn actually is going to play.
Well, if they were playing Mercer, it would be an understandable question, I guess. Hey, if this game goes the way
Nick
guys...
Saban hated those questions.
Oh, I know. But, I mean, that would make more sense than you're playing a light team where basically this thing is a picket. And is there a chance you play 3 quarterbacks, including a true freshman?
What do you think? It's a puppeteer? Yeah. But do you think Hugh asked me. So you think Hugh told Andy, ask me if I'm going to play 3 quarterbacks?
Ask me about the quarterbacks and how we're going to could we play 3?
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is this not less confidence for Jackson Arnold?
Yeah.
No, Jackson's the guy. He'll play every snap. You throw it out there.
He's trying to talk himself into Ashton being good. I don't know if you guys watched Ashton last year. He is a capable backup based on the fact that he has a lot of experience.
He could run away from Clemson and Notre Dame, though, LT. I mean, Jackson Arnold struggles running the football. No, he doesn't. No,
Alabama fans will tell you different. Yeah.
I would tell you that in the big scheme of things, Hugh took some heat for saying he was going to set up camp to make Jackson Arnold look good, to feel good coming out, right? And now he's done everything since to make it sound like, man, Jackson may not. I mean, we may play 3 quarterbacks in this Baylor game. And by the way,
so again, I don't
by
get
the way,
the
Dave
message.
Aranda, you may want to
I
prepare for Ashton.
I get what you'd be doing there is now Dave Aranda's like, all right, let's go watch. And they've already done that. They're not idiots. Let's go watch some Stanford film. They got a GA doing that already.
Well, they already did.
But I guarantee you,
if they did that,
he's like,
they wasted 1 second on
if
Ashton.
this Ashton guy plays,
we're good.
You guys take Wednesday night off.
I mean, I hate to say that. I watched probably too much Stanford football last year.
Did you see him run away from?
I did not see him. I saw him have a couple of good games, but that was, overall, again, he's got a lot more talent around him.
Lane Kiffin reacted.
No, he didn't.
To some Reddit posts because Lane Kiffin just put fire. 3 different play callers, 3 different quarterbacks. That's a potential of 9 play caller quarterback combinations. Absolutely impossible to defend against. Tigers are going nuclear from Reddit College Football. Lane Kiffin just retweets it with a fire. 9 play caller quarterback combination.
It is absolutely impossible to defend.
It really is. You never know what's coming.
Absolutely impossible.
Jim Dunaway from the next round in Birmingham, Alabama, had this to say about the 3 quarterbacks combination. Y'all, Coach Hugh Freeze is pulling your strings. It's like Taylor Swift hidden Easter eggs. Hugh is hinting the team will go 12-0. 3 play callers each down. 3 quarterbacks possibly versus Baylor. 3rd season. 3rd Heisman winner number retired. 3 + 3 + 3 + 3 equals 12. 12-0 for Auburn. Taylor Swift hidden Easter eggs.
I'm telling you, it's like John Cohen and Hugh Freeze are trying to confuse everybody the week before regular season starts.
This is what you do when you've got a story you need to drop that gets ignored. You just do all this stuff and you drop a story over here.
And the drop story is the Baylor game.
The drop story is, whatever. But you just drop this story over here while we're claiming national championships and conference championships and starting 3, playing 3 quarterbacks and all that. Drop that story over there.
All right. As Brownie gets ready to tell us about MyBookie, where that Auburn-Baylor line sits right now as the quarterback bubbling continues out of the plains, I will tell you thank you to fine folks at Grandview who handled my mom yesterday as she came in, had a little procedure on her heart. She said the anesthesiologist and everybody in the operating room before she went down, all the guys, big fans of the next round.
Nice. That's cool.
That's good, yeah.
They watch us daily, and she's doing well. But thank you guys for making her laugh and telling her nice things about her son and the guys that hang out with him. That's you two.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's nice of him to say that. MyBookie.ag on news of Auburn playing 3 quarterbacks. This line has moved. Baylor now a 3-point favorite in Waco.
Oh, that did change.
No, it did change. Auburn's still a 2-point favorite. I don't think the guys in Vegas are going to.
I would expand it out to 7 now.
I don't think the guys in Vegas are going to get reeled in on that one. Auburn a 2-point favorite as they play at Baylor 1 week from Saturday. Coming up this Saturday, Farmageddon. Over in Ireland, it's a potato war Farmageddon. Kansas State -3 over Iowa State. You can play those games right now at mybookie.ag. Do not forget code next round when you go to mybookie.ag. Code next round, and you can get your first bet. If you're signing up right there, basically your first bet guaranteed up to $500. You make that bet, you lose. They'll put $500 right back there in your account. The bonus bet for you right there at mybookie.ag. That's how confident they are in you coming and you enjoying mybookie.ag. That is with code next round at mybookie.ag. You can play anything, anytime, anywhere at mybookie.ag. And when the games are over, flip on over and enjoy a little bit of the casinos there as well. So go right now and get signed up for the football season. mybookie.ag, code next round. That is mybookie.ag, code next round.
Follow Scott Forrester on Twitter at ScottForresterTV.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to Shinara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
This hour of The Next Round is presented by the Birmingham Racecourse Casino, now featuring 7 days of giveaways with your chance to win a share of up to $125,000. The more you visit the Birmingham Racecourse Casino, the more chances you have to win.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemphill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemphill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemphill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemphill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
Looking to expand your business? Let the Next Round help you. Contact us, sales@nextroundlive.com, and be part of the team. Advertise your product to hundreds of thousands of potential customers on our ever-expanding platforms. The Next Round can take your business to the next level. Join our existing partners in the fastest-growing media space, both live and on demand, while reaching the most desirable audience for your business. Get more information by emailing sales@nextroundlive.com, and one of our team members will work with you to build a plan to take your business to the next level using the Next Round.
Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop. Rare quality, well-done service.
Excitement awaits at Barber Motorsports Park for the UAB Medicine GT World Alabama Benefiting Teal Wings of Hope, September 5th through 7th. Witness some of the most iconic sports cars like Lamborghini, McLaren, and Ferrari battle it out on the track. Enjoy the beer gardens, food trucks, kids zone, garage, and more. The UAB Medicine GT World Alabama. Kids 15 and under get in free. Get your tickets today.
The World Wide Web is a large place. Find all your favorite people and content in the same spot. NextRoundLive.com is full of wonderful tidbits about the show you know and love. Find our gear, listen to your favorite personalities, follow our socials, and enjoy your trip to NextRoundLive.com.
Hey, Lance Taylor from the Next Round to tell you about my friends at Michelson Laser Vision, located conveniently UAB Highlands. Almost 20 years ago, I went in for the procedure. Only took 12 minutes for both eyes. When I went in, I had 20/200 vision. I was legally blind. Now I have 20/15 vision, still 19 years later. Make the call today. Schedule a hassle-free consultation. 969-8100. Dr. Mark Michelson, Dr. Jen Michelson, Michelson Laser Vision. Make sure you tell them the Next Round sent you. 969-8100 or MichelsonLaserVision.com.
It's bow time.
Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between two warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Big announcement coming up about Tom Luginbill and our football coverage for this upcoming season after LT tells us about Lance's lock, where last night 31-17 Cincinnati beat Washington. NFL exhibition season rolls back a little bit later on this week.
I had the Bengals last night. A couple of scary moments for Joe Burrow, the offensive line breaking down, him running for his life multiple times. But we did have the Bengals minus the 3.5. They win going away. Also a winning night at Major League Baseball. More winners of Major League Baseball jump on board, getting ready for big game between Iowa State and Kansas State this weekend. We will have side total, possibly some player props on that. It is always brought to you by our friends at Hemp Hill Services. Trust the name since 1954 that Birmingham has trusted for all of your plumbing, heating, and cooling issues. Call Chad, Andrew, all the guys there, 205-229-2090. Hard to stop a train. For more information, hemphillservices.com.
All right, ESPN's Tom Luginbill is with us, part of the Next Round family. We always love talking to Lugs. He is on the road with the ACC Network as they are going campus to campus to campus. I don't recognize the city by the hotel room. Where are you today, Luke?
Oh, let me guess. That is. Oh, that's. You can look. That's Virginia. That's the University of Virginia.
Charlottesville.
I think it's Pittsburgh.
Nope, neither. Louisville.
Well, that was ACC at least. Yeah. Well, I guess you were ACC too.
I said it was an ACC road trip. Part of his work with the ACC Network. How are things in Louisville, Luke? You good?
Good. Just got here last night. We'll break it all down with Jeff Brom and his crew, and I think they're going to have a pretty good football team. Obviously, they've got a couple of tough ones schedule-wise with Clemson, Miami, and SMU, and I think if they could win one of those three, just one of those three, they have the potential to be a 10-win team. This is going to be a pretty good squad, so I'm looking forward to seeing them in person.
Hard for me to take a team seriously that plays 3 weekday games, which Louisville is this year. I do think they're going to be really good, but Tyler Shuck to Miller Moss, how much of an improvement do you think that is, if it is at all?
I don't even know if it's so much an improvement. I think it's a plug and play. Miller Moss has had some real bright spots of production, and I think when you look at the history of the tutelage of Jeff Brom and the success of the quarterbacks that have played under him, what they want the quarterback to do and what they want out of the quarterback, I think it's a great marriage. So you're getting an experienced guy. Let's not forget, too, he had a 6-touchdown performance in an audition beating Louisville in the Holiday Bowl when he was a quarterback at USC a couple of years back. So I think that they identified a lot of traits in Miller Moss that they felt fit who they are. You've got an elite level running back in Isaac Brown around him. You've got 2 outstanding wideouts in Chris Bell and Colin Lacey, and really a lot of depth there. So they should be an explosive unit offensively.
Cade Klubnik is the AP All-American first-team quarterback. He got better as the year went on last year, but he has a lot of sketchy tape out there. Do you think he's turned the corner finally and is not going back to old Cade at all?
It's so interesting you say that, because my chief criticism of Cade Klubnik prior to the App State game in week 2 a year ago was that he was late, he wouldn't pull the trigger, he wouldn't anticipate, he wouldn't cut it loose, held onto the ball too long. And then, ironically, myself and Wes Durham are broadcasting that game. And he shows up and did everything opposite of what I just listed right there. He was on point. He was on time. The ball came out. He showed anticipatory traits. He was decisive. And then all of a sudden, that seemed to light a fuse throughout the rest of the season. Now, they had some really good young wideouts come to fruition and become who they thought they were going to be on top of Antonio Williams. And so the people around him now are so much better than they were, the previous 3 to 4 years, particularly at the skill positions. I don't see him going backwards. I think the number one thing you got to ask yourself with this Clemson team is, can they play to the level of the expectation? Because if you were like, for me, if I'm just making a prognosticated diagnosis of a preseason poll, and you look at all of the identifiable traits that you think are important, I don't know how Clemson's not number one in the country. When you look at who they have back, the positions that they've got them back at, the caliber of player at those positions, there's not another team in college football that returns that type of, I guess you could say, preseason certainty. So do they live up to it? I mean, that's the bottom line when you're examining Clemson, because all of the pieces of the puzzle are there. And I think Tom Allen is going to be such a difference maker on defense for them from a coaching perspective.
ESPN's Tom Luginbill is with us on the road on the ACC network. You can see him from Louisville today. They've been visiting every campus in the ACC there on the network. So if you want to get updated on what the Cards have got in stock, you can do that this week with the ACC network. Tom Luginbill, he's on the Alexander Shinora Trial Attorneys Hotline. Hugh Freeze said this last night. Now, we think he's playing games, that Auburn could play all three quarterbacks, Ashton, Daniels, Deuce Knight, and, of course, Jackson Arnold, who's going to be the starter. But people like us say, oh, well, now Dave Aranda's having to work on three quarterbacks. Is that a real thing? Like, if a coach says that on a coach's show, haven't they already worked on Ashton, Daniels, and Deuce Knight? I mean, they're not just going to ignore those guys.
No, but I don't think it's, now we got to prepare for that guy. It's, you have to prepare for the offense, because I don't think the offense is going to dramatically shift or change based off of who's under center. In fact, if it was a freshman in Deuce Knight, it's probably going to be dumbed down and as simplified as possible so you don't overload the kid. That may be different for Ashton Daniels and Jackson Arnold. Hey, this may be some gamesmanship on behalf of Hugh Freeze, or, and the reality could be, maybe Jackson Arnold hasn't emerged to the level that they thought he would fast enough in camp, and they want to see him all play. And let's keep in mind that Baylor team completely rebounded last year behind Sawyer Robertson, the quarterback. So they have a known commodity at quarterback. So you got to be careful in this matchup that what you do at quarterback matches what the other team has shown they're able to produce, or it's going to be difficult to win the game, whoever that quarterback may be.
ESPN simulated 25 times EA Sports to find a national champion. Auburn did make their 12-team playoff. The interesting thing is they had Nebraska playing Texas Tech for the national championship, with Texas Tech winning the national championship. Obviously very far-fetched, but two teams that, if you really take a look at this, the wide-open Big 12 with Texas Tech, I know Quentin Joyner, a big loss for them yesterday, and then Nebraska with Matt Rule. It seemed like they got things back on track last year, and you look at the schedule, they've got a fighting shot. Of Nebraska, Texas Tech, either one of those teams make the college football playoff for you?
I think there's potential for Texas Tech to be in the running. I still think Nebraska's a little bit a ways away. Doesn't mean that they couldn't find themselves in the tournament. I don't think they would go very far because they're not built up front the way you need to be built up front to run that gauntlet. I will say this, though. You mentioned Texas Tech. You talk about a team where the pressure's on, and a team and a culture that hasn't had to live up to that previously, hasn't had those championship bloodlines and expectation of dealing with success and anticipation and people patting them on the back. I mean, this is one of the greatest NIL science experiments that we have seen so far, one of the best portal experiments we have seen so far. And when you talk about the Big 12, and I feel more than comfortable saying this, that is the best conference in college football when it comes to quarterback play. That's
BS. Come on, Luginbill. Are you kidding me? Really?
Run down the list.
You run it down
Avery
for me.
Johnson, Kansas State. Rocco Becht, Iowa State. Sawyer Robertson, Baylor. Josh Hoover, TCU. I could go on and on and on. Texas Tech.
Those guys.
Sam Leavitt, Arizona State.
Those guys are starting.
Sam Leavitt, Arizona State.
They're going to start at Texas and Georgia and Alabama. Are you kidding me?
As a conference, look at it top to bottom.
Lenore Sellers.
Look at it top to bottom. Huh?
Lenore Sellers. I mean, come on, man. Really?
I said top to bottom. I said top to bottom.
Well, I just went South Carolina. That's close to bottom for me.
I think the returning production of quarterback play in the Big 12 is outstanding. And I actually believe this is the best group of quarterback play we've seen in college football as a whole in maybe the last 20 years.
Wow.
Look at it. Run down the list. Run down the list of all of the conferences. And let's not forget, Alabama's breaking in a new quarterback. Ohio State's breaking in a new quarterback. Michigan's breaking in a new quarterback. There are a lot of blue, but Texas, Oklahoma. Well, Oklahoma's got a proven guy, but a lot of the blue buds aren't even involved in that conversation yet because we don't know. But look at everybody else, top to bottom. Quarterback play is, I think, going to be unbelievable.
We did a ridiculous Heisman draft, snake draft yesterday where we had to take 5 players each. I did have Avery Johnson because, again, we went 20 deep on this. But if you're driving a purple Corvette in Kansas, you got to be good, right? So I thought he showed flashes last year. How much better do you think Avery Johnson will be in 2025?
Yeah, I think he's going to be really, really good. I love the addition of Matt Wells, was his quarterback coach, now running the offense. I think that's going to continue to blossom and grow. I had them in the bowl game, actually, versus Rutgers, and, he is really dynamic. Great athlete, improving and continuing to develop as a passer, but he's a handful with his legs. He is a handful when things break down. And, I think that's what makes him one of the – it's kind of like Sam Levitt at Arizona State. It's like, this guy can run. And, we can use this guy in the quarterback run game on top of what we can do in the passing game. So, listen, I'm expecting big things. I mean, what a great way to kick off college football between 2 really good quarterbacks off of teams that had 2 really good seasons a year ago with Rocco back at Iowa State and, of course, Avery Johnson at K-State.
So, Lugs, I went to Weapons Sunday night with my daughter. I went in blind. I had seen the reviews. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I knew kind of the premise just based on the trailer, but I didn't know, what was going to actually, how this thing was going to play out. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it?
Oh, I've seen it. I thought you were scared of horror movies.
I don't like horror. I like psychological thrillers. I love
Got it.
Seven.
Okay. You're like my wife.
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs. I don't like horror. This is definitely horror. I thought it was well done from the different perspectives of the characters, but boy, it was freaky. Did you like it?
I did. I really enjoyed it. Did you see Barbarian?
I did. Yeah.
That guy directed.
Yep.
Okay. I think that guy's got a great feel for like creepiness and just jarring the viewer with something that they haven't seen before, right? I don't feel like he's a recycled type director. He's going to come up with something that, hasn't been done. I enjoyed it. I liked it. And if you haven't seen it, you probably haven't seen this actress in a long, long time, but Ed Harris's wife, Amy Madigan, steals the show. Would you agree?
And she, that is just one of the roughest looking characters I've ever seen, but yes.
Oh my goodness. I mean, what a performance.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I don't know if I talked to you guys last time. Are you guys watching Smoke on Apple?
No. Tell me more.
Fantastic. So it's Taron Egerton, and it's a show about an arson investigator who's investigating 2 different arsonists that are committing these crimes in 2 vastly different ways. And that's all I'll tell you to get you started. And then as the thing weaves through, you're going to love it.
Better than Backdraft?
Oh, come on, stop it. That was a great movie, though.
I heard the first couple of episodes are a slow burn, though. Is that true?
Oh, jeez.
The first episode's a bit of a slow burn. Stick with it. And by the way, Jim, why did you get so mad at my Big 12 quarterback comment?
Because it wasn't the SEC.
I was just teasing what's going to happen every Monday morning throughout the football season as year 3 of Monday Morning Live returns. Brown, make the announcement.
Monday Morning Live, new time this year. 8 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Central every single Monday leading into the next round, starting Monday with Monday Morning Live. ESPN's Tom Luginbill and Jim Dunaway. You guys loved it last year. I hope you love it an hour later. You could sleep in on Mondays, 8 a.m. Central Time. Every single Monday, talking college football starting this Monday. Lugs, we're excited it's coming back.
And when you say BS stuff, I'm going to call it out this year, just like I just did.
Good. I'm glad. Listen, I'll tell you one of the reasons why I'm most excited this time around, and we've worked together for a number of years, is so my assignment this year, I'll be in the booth on Thursday night ESPN.
Oh, I didn't know we could announce that. So yeah, Luginbill's doing the Thursday night ESPN games. Yes.
And then what I've got to do each week, I will then go to Bristol first thing Friday morning, and I'll do television duties from the studio throughout the weekend, which is then going to give me an opportunity to not have to cram as much as I did a year ago with what my previous schedule was. So I'm really excited to be able to be in the studio for college football weekends, which I haven't done in 12 years, to be able to really get my eyes on everything as it's happening, not having to do it, at 1 o'clock in the morning prior to my Sunday radio show, catching up on everything. So I'm pumped about it. Love you guys. Love working with all you guys. It's going to be great.
What is your first Thursday assignment? Do you have Boise, USF, or Cincinnati and Nebraska?
Yeah.
Boise. So you got Boise,
South Florida.
That's tough game for Boise.
Right out of the chute.
I think it's a really good matchup, right? Like everybody's looking to see, okay, what does this Boise team look like? And then South Florida 2 years ago kind of burst onto the scene. Last year took a step back, but they've got almost everybody back, made some portal additions. I think it's going to be a great Thursday to kick it off.
Yeah, you're going to learn, like these guys haven't yet, that Ashton Genty, not that good. It's that offensive line that's back in its entirety. And you'll see they'll just put out another running back that'll run for 2,000 yards this year.
And by the way, they got one. He's a redshirt freshman, and he's a hoss.
Yeah, but it's
Sire Gaines, right?
He's a linebacker, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It's that great offensive line, though. Anybody could run for 2,000 yards. Genty, overrated. he and Brock Bowers.
Hot take. All right, so Luginbill, next Thursday night, the night of our kickoff party, we'll have the game on at Walk-Ons. You'll be able to see Luginbill in that South Florida, and Boise game. But before all of that, Monday, 8 a.m. Central, Monday morning live. Thank you, Luke. Safe travels. We'll see you Monday morning.
Can't wait, guys. Have a great rest of the day.
All right, buddy, you too. ESPN's Tom Luginbill with us on the Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys Hotline.
And the show being brought to you by great folks like our friends Jim at New York Butcher Shop.
So last night I went in to see Jim. I got there right before they closed, a little bit before 7 o'clock. I was picking up some meatballs. He's like, you've got to try the blackened chicken Alfredo. He's been asking me for the last couple of times. It was just me and Jack last night. So I picked up the blackened chicken Alfredo.
And
Jack was like, it's in the rotation. We got to do this once a week.
Nice.
It was fantastic. Just a little bit of a kick. Just one of the great dishes prepared right there. If you don't want to put a lot of creativity into dinner, if you just want to go, you can pick up all of these incredible entrees right there at the New York Butcher Shop. Of course, if you want to throw it out on the grill, you can pick up the finest meats from the steak, the chicken, the ribs, the pork. Fantastic sides made in-house. A great selection of fine wines and desserts as well. 2 locations, the original Caba Heights, Highway 119 in Greystone. Get in and see Jim. Great staff of butchers. Rare quality, well-done service. It's the New York Butcher Shop.
And if you're in the market for some sunglasses and you want sunglasses that look great, fit great, and they're durable, all of those are found at BreaklineOptics.com in one single pair of glasses. They fit great, they look great, and these lenses are molded Trivex polarized lenses, which means you can beat them like we've done out in our parking lot. You can't break them. They are unbreakable. You're not going to drop these things and end up with a shattered lens. We hammered them with a mallet out in our parking lot on asphalt, and they never broke. Time and time again, we dropped that hammer on them, and they did not break, and that's what you get with Breakline Optics. You can go online, BreaklineOptics.com, use code TNR30, save 30% on your order. That is a heck of a discount right now as our friends at Breakline get you ready for football season so you can wear these to the stadium. 30% off when you use code TNR30 at BreaklineOptics.com. See them for yourself at Deep South Outfitters, but get that discount at BreaklineOptics.com. TNR30 to save 30% right now with our friends at Breakline Optics.
Did you say chicken Alfredo at New York Butcher?
Yep, blackened chicken Alfredo.
God, I love chicken Alfredo, but
8-ounce chicken breast, diced up, that great Alfredo sauce. Just, I don't know what kind of spices they put in there, but it's fantastic.
Be honest with me, because somewhere in my past, because I love chicken Alfredo, somewhere in my past, someone described it as heart attack on a plate.
That Alfredo sauce is
heavy.
It's high in calories.
Yeah. So I have always, not wanting to have a heart attack, shied away from that most of my life because
there's a reason it tastes so good.
Do you shy away from French fries?
No, I'm just saying that I've never heard anything else described as heart attack on a plate. So that's why I'm asking. it really isn't that much different than other fatty foods I eat, right? Than chicken Alfredo?
Probably not.
Like if I eat French fries, I can roll back to chicken Alfredo.
My hesitation with Alfredo, I don't love the sauce because it's heavy, but Jim and the New York Butcher Shop do a great job of it. It's not a heavy sauce, if that makes sense. It's got that great flavor, but it's not piled on. I think a lot of these pseudo-Italian restaurants love to pile the Alfredo on, and you've just got...
That's right.
I mean, they do.
Yeah. Like the Taste of Italy place.
I mean, they send their chefs to Tuscany.
They go to Tuscany. I trust them implicitly.
Yeah. See, I think that's it. It's.
I would recommend going by there today and picking it up.
And trying it out.
It's a perfect amount for 2 people. They do have dishes that serve 4 to 6, but
well, Maggie's busy. I'll have leftovers in, I guess. Setting you up for your usual joke there about Maggie and me. Michelson Laser Vision viewing menu. He'll tell us about Michelson coming up here in a second. Tyler's going to tell us what he's watching, but Netflix tonight. First of 8. Well, it's streaming now. You don't have to wait till tonight.
I've heard good things about this.
8 episodes. Documentary, the 1990s Dallas Cowboys, the America's team.
Do we get behind the scenes of the White House?
I don't know about that, but they've dropped some stuff on social media that I've watched, and it looks pretty compelling, including a story about Jimmy Johnson not letting the team eat on the flight home from a loss.
Yeah, see,
and Michael Irvin was like, we were starving. We had just played a game, and they start to serve the food, and Jimmy Johnson in the front of the place, no, these guys aren't eating. I mean, how about that?
Yeah, I would be like, hey, Jimmy, this isn't high school.
Yeah.
We're going to play our music.
Yeah, how would that play now with college kids?
Oh, it'd be awful. But Jimmy turned her around, and she apparently went back and put the food up, and they did not eat on that flight home.
That's some BS.
There's way too much cowboy stuff out there.
Well, this looks pretty good, though.
Tell us about Michelson. Let's hear what Tyler's watching.
205-969-8100, the number I called back in 2003. Had the 2200 vision. I was legally blind without the aid of contacts. After the procedure, 2015 vision, better than 2020. 205-969-8100. Ask for Amy Toa. The Next Round sent you. They're going to hook you up with a hassle-free consultation. 0 to lose to find out if LASIK is right for you. For more information, you can always go online, michelsonlaservision.com.
So first on viewing menu, Jim already mentioned it. America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys on Netflix.
You can skip over that
Sounds
one,
great.
Tyler.
It really does.
That
sounds
really good. It does,
on HBO Max, you've got a movie that I've been meaning to watch, but it looks to be a really sad movie, and this director only seems to make sad movies, so I have to be in the right sort of space to watch it, and that's The Whale from Darren Aronofsky.
I thought the performance, I thought everything about it got overplayed.
A lot of people loved Brendan Fraser's performance,
but he used a fat suit, did he not?
I think so.
Yeah,
but he has gained a bunch of weight recently, anyway.
From his Tarzan days.
Yeah, he was blackballed for a while. He accused some people of doing some things that they shouldn't have been doing.
Well, give us a little bit more. I mean, that's about as vague as you can go.
Yeah. Some it was either a casting agent or something like that. Grabbed him.
Oh no!
And Brendan Fraser spoke out about it.
And how do you get blackballed for that?
Yeah, really?
And he didn't get any work for about 20 years.
That sucks.
So everybody loved Brendan Fraser's comeback in The Whale, so I'm going to try and watch it because Darren Aronofsky's got another movie coming out next week called Caught Stealing with Austin Butler, and he's also having a re-release of Black Swan in IMAX this week.
Black Swan was one of those, I don't know, just it didn't hit right for me either.
I liked Black Swan.
He's a very interesting director, though.
Yeah, never makes a happy movie. Requiem for a Dream, another depressing movie.
Ooh, it's one of the most depressing ever.
Yes.
Jack and I started watching about the season 1 of Miami Vice, 1984.
Oh, wow.
Jack
Old
is
school.
loving it. Yeah. Just because they just 80s bangers, man. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 different songs in every episode.
Yeah.
And obviously the cars, the fashion, the writing is awful. It really is.
And then finally on viewing menu, I mentioned it yesterday. I saw it last night. Highest to Lowest from Spike Lee. I think this is really solid. It's not Spike Lee's best work, but his level of quality is so high anyway to where his B game is still better than most directors' best work ever. Denzel is great in this. Jeffrey Wright is great as well. A$AP Rocky, surprisingly, great villain in this movie. And it just feels like a true love letter to cinema and the art that Spike Lee grew up on.
So give me a rating, 80, 85?
Yeah, I would go just over 4 stars out of 5.
Okay.
So 80 to 85.
And that's what Tyler's watching. That's our viewing menu brought to you by our friends at Michaels and Clay Travis. Coming up on the other side from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studio. It's the next round.
Everything Next Round is on demand now in the podcast section at nextroundlive.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to shinara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Hey, Lance Taylor from the Next Round to tell you about one of our favorite places for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is Hamburger Heaven since 1982. Hamburger Heaven has been serving Birmingham's best hamburgers, cheeseburgers, French fries, hand-spun milkshakes, and sandwiches made fresh to order. All of their ingredients are fresh and prepared daily. This includes their beef, always fresh, never frozen, hand-pattied each and every day. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, visit any of the 4 locations, Highway 280, Irondale, Gardendale, and Homewood.
This hour of the Next Round is presented by the Birmingham Racecourse Casino, now featuring 7 days of giveaways with your chance to win a share of up to $125,000. The more you visit the Birmingham Racecourse Casino, the more chances you have to win.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemp Hill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemp Hill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemp Hill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemp Hill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
Take TNR on the go with a podcast built for your satisfaction. Miss Hour 1, find it in podcast form. Miss Hour 2, stream it now. Miss Hour 3, download it for later. Miss Hour 4, well, just know it's never coming back. Listen to TNR wherever you find podcasts.
Remember the name Way to Wellness if you're battling weight loss in your life. I'm Jim Dunaway from the Next Round. There was a time I was over 216 pounds until Way to Wellness helped me lose 45 pounds, and now for over 2 years, they've helped me keep that weight off. Here's their website, aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. That's a great name for a website because there's no cookie cutter plan. Everything is designed specifically for you. No contract, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation is free at Way to Wellness.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between 2 warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown, live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios. The Next Round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
All right, Clay Travis scheduled to be with us momentarily. Show being brought to you by our friends at Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys, bringing you this hour.
That's right. A Birmingham guy, Alexander Shannara, wanted to make sure his community was taken care of in anything that they might face in the legal space. And boy, has he done that. You know by now, obviously, that Alexander Shannara takes care of personal injury claims, but not just that. Claims for fire and storm damage, bad drug and device claims, disability, workers' compensation, and a host of other claims. And he's recovered more than $2 billion for his clients. If you find yourself in need of an attorney, Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys. You pay nothing unless they win your case. Shannara.com. Shannara.com.
Listen, I try not to get too upset or to read too much into things, but how sketchy is it that the folks at Florida State are starting to replace the surface at the Doak right now? It should be ready for competition later this week. They're putting down one of those lay-and-play fields that grow. They're cut deeper to where you don't have to let them take root too much. And there's pictures online and stories of them laying the field down as we speak. And it said ready for competition later this week, 1 week before the game in Tallahassee. I mean, one thing about all the schools in the SEC, a lot of the MAG schools, we grow some damn good grass in the Southeastern Conference.
SEC, I agree.
It just greens more, dare I say. Oh. And the fact that they're doing this lay-and-play surface before one of the monumental matchups in that stadium's history, come on. Do better, Florida State.
Your Buccaneers did that, and they got killed for it in a preseason game because you can still see the seams. And the NFL's like, we ain't going to play on this crap.
Yeah.
Clay Travis is with us. He is the founder of Outkick. You also see him on Fox Sports. He joins us now on the Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys Hotline. What is up, Clay? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are y'all?
Doing awesome. Thanks a lot. Since we have last spoken, Tennessee has made it official. Joey Aguilar is going to be the starter. That is no surprise. I think we had even talked last week that there's really no other way you could go. As a Tennessee fan, the level of confidence from 0 to 100 you have in Joey Aguilar?
I have a lot of confidence in the offensive line, and I have a lot of confidence in Josh Heupel to manage his quarterbacks well. So there has not been a year where the quarterback position has been really the reason. I guess you could say Joe Milton wasn't incredible. But, I mean, look, he's whatever he is, a backup in the NFL. So I think it's fair to say he's pretty talented.
Yeah, it might be the Cowboys number 2.
Yeah, but which is bad news if you watch it.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, he can throw the ball everywhere. I mean, he's a great practice player. But look, I mean, I think the Tennessee season is going to come down to what it has the last several years. You've got what I would consider to be 3 really tough games. Georgia and Knoxville on September 13th, at Alabama, and at Florida. Now, that doesn't mean you can't trip up elsewhere, and there are other challenges. But I would expect Tennessee to be a pretty significant favorite in the other 9 games. And so, if Tennessee can go 1-2 in those 3, Vols are probably a playoff game. If Tennessee goes 0-3, there's almost no chance of making the playoffs. And if Tennessee loses a game other than those 3 and doesn't win any of those 3, then I think you would have to say it's a disappointing season.
Okay, you have confidence in Heupel. I think Heupel's a really good coach, too. I want you to be objective, though. Give me your top 5 coaches on the fly in the SEC.
Kirby, I think you clearly have to have at the number 1 position just based on what he's done. Is this for purposes of, like, who I think is going to have the best teams? Or
No. How about this? Just, I mean, if you could...
All teams
if I were having a coaching draft and everybody else was even, like the talent was even.
You're old enough to remember IROC racing. Every car prepared exactly the same. They put drivers in.
Or
race.
It's like, you used to have fun discussion, like he could take your guys and beat you, and then you can give him your, like whatever, like, right? So we're talking about like even teams,
that's right.
Management, everything else. Obviously recruiting factors in on this. So I think you have to go Kirby number 1 overall beyond a shadow of a doubt. I think in terms of just overall long-term success, and this is going to get some people riled up, I think you probably have to go Brian Kelly too, just based on what he's been capable of doing at Notre Dame and everywhere else he's coached in his career. I know he's lost the first game every year at LSU so far. And what has LSU lost week 1, 5 weeks in a row? And they opened at Clemson, right?
Yeah, they're
so, I mean,
4-point underdogs, yeah.
Yeah, actually a decent chance they could start off with 6 losses in a row. I think probably in the 3 spot, man, there's not a lot of proven coaches right now in the SEC. I mean, Elko is so early at A&M, but I think you'd have to go.
Well, there's only 3 that have played for a national championship, and I think those have got to be your top 3.
I think you got to go Sark 3.
Sark has not played for one.
Yeah, I know he hasn't played for a national championship, but he's got the number 1 team in the nation before he kind of fell apart. I think that clearly he's in the 3rd spot. And then, look, do I have a lot of faith in the Shane Beamers of the world? I do not. Do I have a lot of faith in Kalen DeBoer? Frankly, I do not. Hugh Freeze still hasn't performed at Ole Miss. Sam Pittman's going to get fired in October. Mark Stoops doesn't have money to spend. Brent Venables, I really don't think that he's going to be the answer at Oklahoma. I think you can make an argument. Billy Napier was on the ultimate hot of all hot seats. Lane, I think you probably have to put in the 4 spot. I probably would, just based on what he's done historically, and I don't think he's ever necessarily really underperformed at Ole Miss if you look at what they've done historically. And then I think, let's see. I mean, I guess you would go. Probably Heupel in the 5 spot would be my take.
Very objective. No Kalen DeBoer, who just played for a national championship 2 years ago.
He said he didn't trust him. Why do you not trust Kalen DeBoer?
I mean, he lost at Vanderbilt, and he got smoked by Oklahoma, and he has not done anything at Alabama. I mean, there's a lot of guys who win.
Well, I mean, Heupel got smoked by South Carolina with an opportunity to get to a college football playoff.
I mean, he went 11-2. And there's still a lot of talk that South Carolina, you guys have heard all that, right?
That
South
they
Carolina
had the plays.
that they had all the signals in that game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, Heupel got to the playoff last year. He's gone 11-2, 9-3, and 9-4, and 10-3 at Tennessee. I mean, he's got arguably 3 years as good or better than the one that Kalen DeBoer's posted.
Brown usually starts off about 88% of the time asking you about Tennessee burying the lead today.
Big Tennessee guy.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, as you're helping Tommy Tuberville with his gubernatorial campaign ads in the state of Alabama, are you going to reference him as a national championship winning coach now that Auburn is claiming not only 2004 but 9 total football national championships as of this morning?
I didn't see that. Well, first of all, I think that Auburn is arguably the last really good team to get screwed by the way that we select a champion, right? I think you can argue 04 Auburn is probably the team that is, when you point to it, hey, I know, 95 Penn State. Like there's a few different teams out there that did not even get a share of the title that I think you can point to and say, boy, they were one of the most wronged by the system that we used to have. The claim national title thing is, I think, frankly, Alabama kind of put that on steroids for everybody else. But I don't blame them. I mean, why not claim the national title? I'm sure there's some computer service or something that had 2004 Auburn as the best team in college football that year. And that was a really good team. I would have loved to see how they would have matched up against SC.
Yeah, I'm reading right now from Outkick today. He's on with Chad and the guys, Senator Tommy Tuberville, to discuss his national championship season.
That's right.
That is quick booking right there, my friend. That is quick booking.
Here's a good question for you guys. Maybe LT can answer this. When I came on with you for the first time when you were doing a show from a strip club in Atlanta, would you have ever believed that we would be in a situation where Tommy Tuberville would be a senator and about to be the governor, and one of his favorite media outlets would be one that we have created, Outkick, where basically we can get any governor, any senator, and frankly, sometimes President of the United States to ask us to come on.
The answer is no. And I, back then, especially when you asked the Tim Tebow question, I just wonder how many of these coaches now that you have relationships with just shook their head and said, who is this guy? This guy will never amount to anything.
I bet most of them kind of agreed with. I mean, look, you can rip me for a lot. 95% of what I say, every coach in America agrees with. I mean, I don't know.
Not your top 5 list in the SEC.
I think a lot of people would agree with that list. Let me ask you this. How many college football coaches do you think voted for Kamala that coach anywhere in the South?
I have no idea. I bet most of them didn't go vote. They get
I bet
no.
Well, maybe they were so busy. I think
it is. It's in November. They didn't go vote.
I would put a lot of money in. There were no Kamala voters in the SEC coaching ranks for head coaches.
Clay Travis, he is the founder of Outkick, and also Fox Sports is where Fox News is where you'll see him a lot. At Clay Travis on social media. It'll be a game week when we talk to you next, Clay. Tennessee playing Syracuse. I'm sorry, Jim.
Arguably, it's already a game week. Have
well,
you? I'm going to be at the FSU Bama game, I think, down in Tallahassee. How hot is it going to be on that game?
113.
A million degrees.
Oh, we should have a 10-day forecast.
Yeah,
now.
the feels like will be hell. The actual temperature probably 100.
I mean, it's going to be you guys were talking about the field, I think, when I was waiting to come on. I'm way more concerned about the fact that it is going to be like playing on the surface of the sun than I am what the surface is. So I really wish they had pushed that game tonight. I know there's a lot of good games, but on some level, I think they should take into account what the weather situation is when they decide to slot these things in the middle of the afternoon.
By the way, you got the feels like yet?
10 days out, high temperature will only be 93 degrees right now on Saturday with a chance of rain. On that.
Well, rain would be amazing if we got. I would love if they played that game in a monsoon, frankly. And it may be 93, but it's going to feel like 193.
There's no doubt.
I would bet you. I've told this story before. Remember, Tennessee played. It was the year that I think it was 08. I think it was 08 in Florida, and I was tailgating all day. It was the 3:30 Eastern CBS kickoff, and I was on the Tennessee sideline. Where the sun is directly beating down on you.
Right.
This is 100% true. I had to go to the bathroom when I sat down. This has never happened to me before in my life. I really think that I sweated out my urine. It was that hot. Like I didn't need. I didn't need to get up and go to the bathroom. It is the hottest I have ever been. You're staring right into the sun. You know, they built the stadiums, and people sometimes forget about this. Your old school farmer guys always pointing it out in the stands, so that the visiting team has to stand in the sun.
Right.
In September.
Yeah.
And a lot of people forget about it. But if you're sitting right behind the bench in the swamp, I don't know that I've ever been hotter in my life than on that day. And I thought to myself, I just feel like I'm going to die. Remember, the swamp is underground, and that's why it's called the swamp. Like some stadiums, you walk in and you have to walk up, a substantial degree or whatever. It's field level is field level. It's the normal ground level, like Neyland, right? You go into Neyland, it's built high into the sky. You go into the swamp, you walk down. And my goodness, I don't know that I've ever been hotter than 2008 Florida.
Those games do look miserable, those Florida home games early in September. They look pretty brutal.
Yeah, when they're daytime games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge competitive advantage. But it is wild to me that in Tallahassee, like literally probably just about the hottest place anywhere in the country to be, North Florida, back from the coast a little bit, that they would decide to kick that one off. I guess it's they're on Eastern time, so it's a 3:30 Eastern kick, right?
Yep.
But 2:30 Central.
Yeah. Say you hate halter tops and sundresses without saying it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I
By
love
the way,
it.
I didn't vote for Kamala.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm a fan of boobs.
As the moderator on the show here, I love those early September games.
Sundresses in the SEC. All right, Clay, have a great week. Thank you for the time.
And my jeans
All
are
right.
blue.
All right. I will see you guys.
See ya. Clay Travis with us on the Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys Hotline.
Our friends also at JohnsonRVCenter.com, ready for football season, ready to get you ready for the tailgate.
That's right. I-65, exit 304 in Coleman, 334 in Decatur is where you find Johnston RV Center. They have got a price range for just about everybody. As low as $129 a month with approved credit for that more affordable option. But listen, they'll put you in anything. If you got a ton of money to spend, if you are on a smaller budget, they will work with you at Johnston RV Center. And they make sure you're covered forever with RV Warranty Forever. Everything that is new and qualifying pre-owned, it is covered by RV Warranty Forever at Johnston RV Center. See more at JohnstonRVCenter.com.
Hey, if you're trying to figure out lunch or dinner, how about Odie's Tavern? Of course, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, we always do Odie's Team Trivia. That's the original location at Crestline, newest location in Edgewood. Great food from Rodney Davis at both. Stop in, enjoy the ice-cold beer buckets full of the Bud Light. Great place to watch all the games as well. Live music on Fridays and Saturdays. Birmingham Institution. Get in, see Willhaver and that great staff at Odie's Tavern.
A couple of things here. Rich Eisen was on SportsCenter last night. First time in 22 years. Did a wonderful tribute to the great Stuart Scott. He and Stuart together many of those nights back when we used to all watch SportsCenter. As you know, Rich's radio TV show is going to be on ESPN like McAfee is. And then the NFL Network, where Rich works, is now part of ESPN. So Rich Eisen last night, after the Monday night game, hosting for the first time in 22 years. It was good to see Rich back there. And then there's Livy Dunn.
And he's got a good show, by the way.
It really does.
Oh, you like his show?
Yeah, I think it's a good show.
Big fan of Rich Eisen. Big fan of Livy Dunn, who can cash some checks. And she had the opportunity to take a bubble bath at the 50-yard line of the Rose Bowl.
How about that?
Yeah, right there.
Granddaddy of them all right there.
What would Musburger say about that?
You're looking alive. You are looking alive. Yeah. I'm headed to the field, Herbie.
You got room for another.
As she says, I can explain. It's a Fanatics ad that you'll be seeing this football season for our friends at Fanatics. But bubbly. Livy Dunn yesterday at the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all.
We packaged Sydney Sweeney's in soap, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yep. So there's an ad to look forward to.
How did that get less play than the jeans ad?
I don't know. That's a great question. The other one was far more out there. Yeah.
Yesterday, a couple of bad injury news. First of all, Auburn suspended freshman defensive lineman Antonio Coleman for violation of team rules. That's happened this week. He was the guy that committed to Auburn, then to Alabama, Auburn, Alabama, and finally signed with Auburn. It was, defensive line where he moved from the edge. I assume if he gets back in good standing with the team, will be a contributor at some point. He was a top 200 recruit for Hugh Freeze. Michigan lost 5-star freshman offensive tackle Andrew Babaloa, knee injury done for the year. He was battling for the starting left tackle job. He was in a battle there, 5-star offensive tackle.
So week 2, I'm sorry, Lance, but week 2, you could potentially be coming to Norman with your backup left tackle and a freshman quarterback.
Yeah. Or, if he wouldn't have gotten hurt, the good news is for Michigan fans, you get these guys for the next 3 years, but a true freshman left tackle and quarterback.
Yeah, it's scary on the road, when you're going to play in a hostile environment. Now, they don't have to do that week 1, obviously, so you got some time to get ready for it.
Likely bigger injury. Running back at Texas Tech from USC, Quentin Joyner, went down over the weekend. They announced it yesterday that he's done for the season. Non-contact in the scrimmage knee injury for Quentin Joyner, who is was expected to be HB1, halfback 1.
Well, we saw Taj Boyd last night, former Texas Tech running back. They needed to replace him. They go to SC. They get Joyner to transfer out. Joyner had some moments for SC the last couple of years. That's a big loss.
Yeah.
Big loss for Texas Tech.
Non-contact. Those are, I'm not even a Bengals fan, but Burrow was in there so long last night, I could almost not watch it. I mean, I'm not even a Bengals fan, but you don't want to see a great player get hurt anytime.
3 drives last night for Joe Burrow.
And some of them were the twos.
And then how about Jaden Daniels' touchdown run?
Oh, I know.
How he didn't get down.
Yeah, Burrow gets flung to the ground, and he's still in there. Like, I could barely watch. Those non-contact, those are the ones that leave you the sickest. Like, any injury is an injury. I get it. But those non-contact ones, man, you're just like, how does that even happen? He doesn't even get hit.
And I want to do a overrated or underappreciated with coaches. And we'll do that right after LT tells us about our friends at Twin Peaks, where, by the way, you could do your NFL fantasy draft this year. Just go online and check it out.
Yeah, very simple. Fantasy draft time is here, and Twin Peaks plays draft like a pro from now through September 4th. Reserve your fantasy football draft party. Participating Twin Peaks locations and score big. Draft kit loaded with everything you need. $50 kickback card for the commissioner. Don't settle for basic. Draft at the Lodge. Book now. TwinPeaksRestaurant.com/fantasy draft. That's TwinPeaksRestaurant.com/fantasy draft. Home of the 29-degree draft beer served in 3D by those Twin Peak girls running around for lunch or dinner. Get in today.
Okay, so the maddest coach in America yesterday, Brent Key, head coach, Georgia Tech, who opens up the season a week from Friday on the road in Boulder, Colorado, 7 o'clock on ESPN against the Fighting Deion Sanders. Brent Key, madder than a yellow jacket.
I appreciate y'all being here. Not the only people that showed up today. I don't think we're anywhere close to being ready to play a football game. Way too many penalties, way too many turnovers, way too many blown assignments, way too many guys that either didn't play or tapped out for aches and pains and things you have to play through. We're not even close from the standpoint from mental toughness, the grit and the fortitude that you have to play this game. We got a lot of young kids on the field, new kids, but that is zero excuse. All right, so we got a lot of damn work to do.
I guess, what did you like that you saw today? Just not much, or?
Well, Kelly, we had better pass protection out there today, but now I'm concerned about the lack of pass rush and the fact we can't catch a football when it is thrown.
How do you want to see your team bounce back next week and recover from this performance
Next
today?
week? How about in 2 weeks? The only thing good about today is the fact we have time to correct it. And look, I don't care if we go into the first game, we run 2 offensive plays and 2 defensive calls. We're going to play what we can execute.
What changed from the way they were playing going into this?
I don't know. If I had a crystal ball, I'd be able to stop it. I'd predicted it's going to happen. What changed? The heat. A little adversity. Somebody talking to them on their shoulder. It's hot. You're tired. Don't get hurt.
Poor meats.
Adversity.
Oh, yeah. Brent's pissed.
Wow. Georgia Tech by 1,000.
Yeah, you think they'll hammer Colorado?
I mean, normally when coaches do this, they've seen a lot of good, and then they're like, damn, what happened? How did we have this mental lapse?
That's right.
Tear them back down.
Yeah.
They got too good too quick.
Did Brent ever see anybody do that?
Oh, yeah. He learned from the best at it.
He coached in Tuscaloosa.
That sounded a lot like a Nick Saban post scrimmage.
That's it's a tough opening game for Georgia Tech.
See, I said that the other day, and I done it when you scoffed at me.
I agree with what y'all just said. Georgia Tech by 100.
Well, I mean, I think
What's
Georgia
the point
Tech's
spread?
3.5.
MyBookie.ag.
Yeah, it's a small number.
Yeah.
And you are going against an experienced quarterback. I would assume that Caden Salter, you can say that we're going to play both quarterbacks and Juju's going to come in, but Salter's going to be the guy.
Yeah, it's 3.5 because the public's on Deion Sanders. It's only 3.5.
Only
3.5.
Georgia Tech.
65% of the money is on
Coach.
Georgia Tech right now.
Coach,
so everybody is on Georgia Tech.
They're just going to pound it, man. Pound it.
They're going to run 2 plays. 2 plays.
He may. He's the kind of coach that can run 2 plays and rely on his offensive line to do it.
I do
as long
find
as one of them is Haynes King running it, give me Georgia Tech.
I find it interesting that, everybody, the Big 12, I think everybody agrees is so wide open. But when it comes to the ACC, there's so many different sleeper team potentials. You hear people talking about Louisville. You hear people talking about Georgia Tech. A lot of people believe Pittsburgh could be really good this year.
Brent Key, overrated, underappreciated?
Unknown still.
Unknown.
Interesting, unknown.
Not an option.
I mean, we know him well. No, I mean, I really think so. I think this year he could become. I I mean, he could become one of these a hot name because I don't think Georgia Tech is viewed as a destination job.
I would say underrated, but I mean, what is Brent Key's record at Georgia
Tech?
Overrated or underappreciated?
I would say that he's 2 games over 500.
I would say underappreciated in the fact, and I got to pull up his record because I'm with Lance. I don't think his record's all that great yet. He's got people talking about him being a top 25 team and being a surprise team in the ACC.
I got it right here.
He was part of Jeff Collins' staff that had to flip the script to bring Georgia Tech into the future. And then when it didn't get there fast enough, he was able to take the ball and run with it.
Lance nailed it. 18-16, 14-9 in conference.
Yeah, 7-6, 7-6.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a little bit better than Hugh. He's Joey McGuire.
He got credit for a win at Georgia last year. Yeah, they lost that game. But everybody that watched it was like, Brent Key won that football game.
I've said that 1,000 times this summer. Yeah,
and I remember watching it thinking the same thing. I'm like, Georgia is going to find a way to win this game. This is a massive W for Georgia Tech. They have finally gotten back on a level playing field for at least one game with Georgia.
Every time I have to remind myself Georgia Tech did not win that game.
I know. Yeah. It felt like a Georgia Tech win.
Yeah. Even when Georgia people were talking at SEC Media Days, I was like,
yeah, but you lost to Georgia Tech.
Wait a second. Y'all won that game, didn't you? The way you're talking. All right, more overrated or underappreciated coaches, or I'll ask you the question coming up. We'll get back to the Florida State field. Some of you guys in the chat room confused by what I was saying. I'll clear that up for you. And we'll talk more college football with you as we roll on. The show being brought to you by our wonderful folks at Bojangles. Tell us about Bojangles.
Making bow time at lunch at Bojangles. You could swing by and grab those great chicken tenders. They've also got great sauces to pair up with them, and it is a great idea for your tailgating come high school football season and college football, or also those watch parties at your house for all the great big college football weekends. You can enjoy Bojangles for that, and with those chicken tenders, you get that honey mustard, that barbecue, the creamy buffalo, peach honey pepper, the house-made ranch, jalapeno ranch, classic bow sauce. They've got one for everybody at Bojangles. Head to your local Bojangles, get some of those hand-breaded tenders for lunch or for the tailgate, and pair them with your favorite sauce today. It is bow time.
Call the next round now at 205-734-0923.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to Shinara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. I mean, where else are the scenic views as good as your view of the game? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Excitement awaits at Barber Motorsports Park for the UAB Medicine GT World Alabama Benefiting Teal Wings of Hope, September 5th through 7th. Witness some of the most iconic sports cars like Lamborghini, McLaren, and Ferrari battle it out on the track. Enjoy the beer gardens, food trucks, kids zone, garage, and more. The UAB Medicine GT World Alabama. Kids 15 and under get in free. Get your tickets today.
Just because you've quit going to the gym, it doesn't mean that you have to quit gym altogether. Dunaway, that is. With our Next Round podcasts open 24/7, 365, you can access gym anytime you'd like. While you may have done away with your treadmill routine, our version of Dunaway is standing by ready to get you back to your absolute best. Find all that lovely Jimmy D-led content on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and in the podcast section of NextRoundLive.com. This message is sponsored by Jimmy Crypto Inc. and Jimmy Crypto for President.
What are you waiting for? It's non-stop gaming action at Birmingham Racecourse Casino. Come play more than 900 of the latest and greatest games around, featuring fun bonuses and big jackpots. You can wager and win on horse and greyhound races from all over the world. There are more ways to win at Birmingham Racecourse Casino. Birmingham Racecourse Casino, located off I-459, exit 31, Derby Parkway. Must be 21 or older.
Hey, Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemp Hill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemp Hill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemp Hill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemp Hill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing. When you crave activity like we do, you belong in the Roback family. Get the best golf wear, hoodies, and activewear for men and women at Roback.com. Use promo code TNR20 to get 20% off your order. That's Roback.com, promo code TNR20.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between two warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
All right, rolling along here halfway through the show number 1017, 4 days away from the start of the college football season. We just heard from Brent Key, unhappy Brent Key. Great sound. Love that. We'll get back to Auburn being national champions again. Maybe Forrester will give us a live look at Toomer's Corner at the top of the hour.
You're really leaning into this.
Well, I just want to see if they've been rolled. You guys rolled it, Forrester, for the election, presidential election?
Oh.
The Trump win? I think you rolled it?
Well, I think that upsets Auburn fans, though, right? Yeah. Doesn't that upset Auburn fans, though, Scott? Because some Auburn fans got upset with the fake rolling for Eli Manning.
I got a problem with it.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I don't like it when they rolled it when the Braves won the World Series.
That was another one.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all.
It should be sacred.
Yeah, it ought to be your big wins or maybe something that happens bad to your opponent.
Occasionally rolled after an Alabama loss?
Are you okay with the post-Alabama stuff?
That's giving too much credit to Bama.
No, I don't like that either.
So you only want big Auburn wins.
It should have everything to do with Auburn.
Yeah. Okay. I like that
stance. You won a national championship today.
7 of them.
Four. We won 4 new ones today.
Oh, I thought it was 7.
I think 7 total now.
Well,
no, it must be
9
5.
total. 9 total now. 4 of them are new.
Yeah.
That had not previously
That's
been.
right.
No, you only had 2 before.
Ones. Well, that's what the NCAA said. Auburn was claiming 4 already. I told you all the new ones.
Okay.
This is going to be 2020 over. They're going to be out of toilet paper.
It's going to be like this.
Live look coming up at the top of the hour, Forrester. We'll get to it.
Was that one of the dumbest things ever when we were in the pandemic?
People were hoarding toilet paper.
Because people were buying it too quick.
I know. Some rumor got out and everybody started hoarding the crap.
Fox News. Dr. B. Dr. B bringing you part of the show. Tell us about Dr. B.
Dr. B, best in the business. If you start thinning out, it doesn't matter if it's in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. You want to maintain, you want to grow some back. Dr. Beckenstein is the guy. I do that non-invasive treatment. Did it last night, 30 minutes each time, 3 times a week. That is it. T3's got that new test. It's easy, painless, affordable, takes seconds to perform. It's going to show which medicines and compounds will specifically work for your hair loss. Over 10 categories of agents they use, knowing they will work for you. They will custom compound these agents for you in pill or topical forms. You pick and choose which agents you want. Men and women ordering Hims, other products online, don't even know if they work. Stop wasting your money and critical time while you're losing your hair on treatments that aren't working for you. Go see Dr. B and that great staff. Find out what will work for you. 205-319-0316 or T3hair.net for more information.
Before we get to 4 downs, overrated or underappreciated? The other side of that Georgia Tech-Colorado game, Deion Sanders. Overrated, underappreciated?
It's hard to say overrated. He has exceeded I think, almost anyone's expectations, but it's also hard to say underappreciated because he gets a ton of love for it. So I don't know where to go on that.
I mean, based on where he was to where he is now, I mean, I'm shocked they still won 9 games last year. I don't care about Shedeur.
It did not feel like a 9-win season.
It didn't. Travis Hunter, great players, but that's 2 guys. So you got to give Deion a lot of credit.
I think he's made you forget how bad Colorado really had gotten.
Oh, awful.
Underappreciated.
Yeah, I think I would go underappreciated.
Yeah. James Franklin, overrated, underappreciated.
Overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah. I mean, I think he gets included in the discussion of the best coaches in America, and he's won 0 big games.
Yeah, I would still put him as a top 15 coach, though. That's where it gets a little tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think he's one of the 15 best coaches in college football, but I think he's overrated.
Brian Kelly, overrated, underappreciated.
I would go at this point. Let's see this year, but I mean, he's trending on overrated, and I'm a big Brian Kelly guy.
You know how much Lance and I fought for this guy when it came to LSU against the public opinion of our audience.
I'll tell you what, it's not helping him either, is Marcus Freeman's success.
I agree.
Yeah. Because, we look back at and we were like, hey, he's doing everything he can to get in these situations, but once he gets there, he can't do anything with it. Well, not only did Marcus Freeman got there, he did something with it.
That's right. He's already coached for a national championship, which, it took Kelly a little bit to do.
Rhett Lashley, overrated, underappreciated.
I'm incomplete on Rhett.
Yeah.
I think he's good. Back-to-back good years. Want to see a little bit more.
I mean, I would say right now underappreciated because where would you say he is? Top 25 coach in America?
Right at the back end of 25.
Back end of the top 25.
Yeah.
And I think when people start doing their top 25, a lot would overlook him. So that would be the definition of underappreciated.
Yeah, but
underappreciated for me because when they moved to the Atlantic Coast Conference last year.
Well, I was going to bring this up. In the ACC, like if you could have your choice of any coach, how far down do you go before you get to Rhett Lashley?
Let's start with Brent Key. Over, or you take Rhett before Brent or after?
I would take Rhett before. I think he's more proven. Definitely more proven.
That's a tough one, though.
Yeah, they're sort of about in the same place for me.
I like what Brent Key has done. I think I'd go Rhett first.
Yeah, so Dabo's 1.
Dabo is 1 for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Now the question is, who is 2?
But here's what's tough.
I think Jeff Brom's probably 2. Or Dave Doran.
Or Dave Doran.
NC State?
I know you go to NC State a lot. What has he done?
I mean, he's won about 9 games every year there.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, Belichick's got to be there. He has to be.
I don't know. I got to see him coach a college
I don't
game
count
first.
him yet.
But, then you got like Fran Brown. That was a really good first year for Fran
10
Brown.
years.
But what is he? I don't
10
know.
wins.
Yeah, but you start to, like Bill O'Brien, going back to his Penn State days. I thought he did a really good job of holding that thing together.
Not yet.
I mean, Pat Narduzzi, it's up and down, but he's a really good coach. Mario Cristobal, we haven't even mentioned.
How long have we gone without saying
Mike
Cristobal?
Norvell.
Yeah.
I would say Rhett's probably in my first 3 or 4 picks.
Yeah, I would go Dabo, and then I would choose between Brom, Brent, and Rhett.
I like Justin Wilcox, too.
Yeah, we talked about that the other day.
Not in the ACC.
But I know that's a bad spot to be in.
Yeah. Should rejoin the Pac-12.
I think
Pac-12.
Wilcox is one of those guys I think is a good coach. And I said I think it was Furman was on the other day when you were gone. Because somebody had put out their best over-under bets. And one of them was Wake Forest, which is Dickert now, the guy that left Washington State, who I think is a good coach. And then the other one was Cal. And the under was the bet for Cal. And I'm like, I think Wilcox is a good coach, but at some point you are what your record says you are. And his record isn't good, but I think he's a good football coach.
Yeah, I would put Lashley in the top 5 ACC.
Yeah. By the way, in EA Sports, I throw Cal and Stanford into the newly formed Pac-12.
As you should.
With Washington State, Oregon State, Boise State, Colorado State.
If money weren't an option, they would gladly go back to that.
Would make a lot more sense.
It's where they should be. And I think if they actually did the debits and the credits, I think they would end up
We'll see.
seeing that they'd make more money or break even staying in the Pac-12 and have more success.
You guys see that simulation that EA Sports
I did not, but if it's got Nebraska playing Texas Tech, I'm probably going to pass.
I was going to bring it up that I remember it like it was yesterday on the show when the first year it came back, EA Sports, and I made it to the playoffs in my first dynasty. I said to you guys, I said I didn't make it my first year of the dynasty, but when it simulated out, I said my problem with the simulation is it has Indiana in the 12-team playoffs. And I remember it like it was yesterday. And I was like, it's so non-realistic that it only had 3 SEC teams ended up being 3. And I said, and it had Indiana in the 12-team playoffs. And, of course,
as the season played out, Indiana was in the 12th team.
And guess what?
You had to apologize. Yeah.
So this year, Nebraska could be that team.
Only 3 SEC teams again this year. And which SEC team do you think they have winning the conference with a bye as the number 3 overall seed? Have you seen this?
Is this
is
one of the 25?
No, this is the 25 simulations and the most whatever the algorithm is with the these 12 teams were there the most times and with the most wins.
I would say that they have, in that situation, the Florida Gators.
Oklahoma is their number 3 seed, playing Nebraska in the second round of the college football playoffs. That would be an old school matchup.
1971.
But they've got Oklahoma as a 3, Tennessee as a 7, and Auburn as a 9. How big of a shocker if Texas, LSU, Alabama, and Georgia all miss the college football
Their
playoff?
SEC, the teams that they've got in the playoffs are Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Auburn?
Yep.
Wow.
And that's not just one of the 25.
That's
that's the one that played out the most.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin, overrated, underappreciated?
I think underappreciated now. I think for a while you might have called him overrated, but I think he's made us forget historically that people haven't done this at Ole Miss.
Yeah, I need a third category, though, because I think he was overrated. I don't think he's underappreciated because we talk about him all the time.
Yeah, but I don't think we give him enough credit. I mean, we just say that if they go 8-4 this year,
okay,
it's
but how
going to
about
be a
this?
disappointment.
Hey,
and that's at Ole freaking Miss.
If we just started looking at what these guys get paid, he gets paid about what he deserves.
He gets paid $9 million.
Everybody gets paid what more than they deserve or what they deserve. I mean, money is.
Well, no, I mean, there's a lot of overpaid coaches.
But to this point,
I mean, Hugh Freeze is overpaid right now, right?
Yeah. Yes. If he doesn't start to earn it, he'll get fired. Yeah.
Brian Kelly is overpaid right now. Lincoln Riley is overpaid.
But just real quick on Kiffin, is it fair to say right now, outside of Johnny Vaught, he's put together the best run in Ole Miss football history?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, so to me, that's underappreciated.
Shane Beamer, overrated, underappreciated,
incomplete.
Lance got too many incompletions. All of a sudden, Lance is Joe Milton. Nothing but incomplete.
I mean, I do. I think it's
Did you
incomplete.
see him the other night?
Wait, let me ask you this. Do you think Shane Beamer is a really good coach?
I do.
Okay.
But I think he's in one of the tougher jobs.
I do too.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. So I would say probably underappreciated.
I think he's underappreciated because, again, if they're 8-4 this year, some people are going to be disappointed with that season in South Carolina.
And we're at South Carolina we're talking about.
And
here.
their schedule at 8-4, that's a heck of a coaching job. Hugh Freeze, overrated, underappreciated.
Again, I think he's trending overrated right now.
I think you got to go overrated at this point.
Kalen DeBoer.
Well, Lance would say underappreciated. I think a lot of people would say overrated. I do think.
Who would say overrated?
I mean, Clay Travis didn't have him in his top 5.
Who would say overrated?
I think underappreciated in this. I think for whatever reason, a lot of fans discount him playing for the national championship because he did it through the Pac-12. And I don't think that's fair, but I do think that happens. I think that he took Washington to the national championship game. Yeah, but they did it in the Pac-12.
Okay, but
they had to beat Texas in the semifinals.
And they beat Oregon twice in the same season. If Oregon would have won that rematch and Bo Nix and Oregon would have been in the college football playoff, nobody would have said anything about the Pac-12.
I know, but I feel like there are times he almost gets that accomplishment discounted.
Maybe, but he beat Texas to actually play for the national championship.
I'm not saying that's legitimate. I'm just saying I think that's people's argument.
I mean, it's hard to sign anybody up to come follow Nick Saban in Tuscaloosa. Underappreciated in my book. Little overrated, underappreciated. Before we get to our 4 downs today, I want to remind you that our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama are there for you. And not just for the men either. They'll take care of the women in your life. If you're one of the guys who are watching us and have that wife or girlfriend or mom that may need some care, they'll take care of them too. But for you guys listening, prostate health is so important to you. And other things like kidney stones, vasectomies, and all that, they can handle that. But prostate health, something you need to get a baseline on and maintain that throughout life. They will do that for you at one of their 16 locations. Find the one nearest you, 205-930-0920 or urologycentersalabama.com. For over 70 years, UCA has provided state-of-the-art patient-centered urologic care with integrity and compassion. That's why I use urologycentersalabama.com, and you should check them out too, urologycentersalabama.com.
Well, I mean, we've got some breaking news just real quick. I mean, it broke over the last couple of hours. We've just got another starting quarterback has been named in the Power Four.
Brickline Optics brings you breaking news. BricklineOptics.com. Code TNR30 to save 30% now at BricklineOptics.com.
And the only reason this is interesting because Jake Retzloff goes to Tulane. Now BYU has named their starting quarterback, Bear Bachmeier. What's interesting about that? Yeah. It's Hank's brother, but he becomes BYU's first ever true freshman starting quartback. That's pretty crazy when you think about the lineage of great BYU quarterbacks.
True freshman. It's the first time a true freshman's ever started at BYU.
Guess what number he'll wear?
I saw this in the chat, and I thought it had to be incorrect. It is not.
Number 47.
Is that going to look weird?
It is weird.
BYU, what if they win the Big 12 with number 47 playing quarterback?
I don't think they're going to win the Big 12 with a true freshman quarterback.
What position was he playing wearing number 47? So he wasn't a quarterback?
No, I mean, he is their starting quarterback at 47.
I know, but are they just added numbers? Why was he wearing number 47?
I don't know. Maybe he really likes that number. I have no idea.
So.
Maybe a President Trump fan. You ready?
That's true.
There it is right there. You want to do 4 downs?
47.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do 4 downs here. We'll start with
first down.
So let's go more total touchdowns this year. Julian Sayin or right there in state, Joe Burrow?
Oh, man.
Joe Burrow.
Total, I think, Burrow, he looked rough early. It was funny.
I mean, both are going to be around 40.
Yeah, his number 2s, he looked better with his number 2s out there, which is weird. He probably got that one guy a roster spot by how often he threw to him, he and Jake Browning. I think I'll go Burrow in this one over Julian Sayin. I think I'll go Joe Burrow, too.
Yeah, I'll go Joe Burrow, and not by a lot. It'll be close, but I'll go Joe Burrow.
I think I would go Sayin, but really close.
That is a tight one, yeah.
Yeah, you get
second
17 regular season games and however many Ohio State plays.
Second down.
Former President Bill Clinton, 79 years old today. Better career, Bill Walsh or Bill Clinton?
Well, I mean, one's the president. The other one, though, developed the West Coast offense. How many with the 49ers? 2 Super Bowls, and then they let others win them?
Yeah, Seifert won.
He won 2 or 3. Seifert won 1.
Yeah.
And he was pretty good at Stanford, too, first go-around.
Yeah, the first go-around.
Yeah.
Had a video game named after
him. He did, Bill Walsh Football. I used to like Bill Walsh Football. 3-time Super Bowl champion.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it
built
is.
the one that Seifert
He did.
won,
Seifert took over, and it was at Stanford the first go-around. He was 9-3, 8-4.
Yeah.
And then he came back and gave him a 10-3, and everybody's like, oh, and then fell off after that.
Yeah, Bill Clinton for me.
Yeah, I think I would go Bill Clinton as well. Widely regarded as one of the great politicians of all time because of the way he could campaign. He was a charming. You never talked to anybody that was like in person. He was one of the most charming people in the world.
Yeah, and look, and survived a massive scandal in 98.
Scandal, yeah, and got 2 terms, which is very difficult to do. Even then, I think I would go Bill Clinton.
Third down.
This day in 1921, Ty Cobb's 3,000th hit at 34 years old, the youngest to ever have his 3,000th hit. If I asked you the best player in Detroit sports history, and I'll just throw some out there, Barry Sanders, Isaiah Thomas, Joe Louis.
I was going to go Joe Louis. They named an arena after the guy.
Gordie Howe.
Oof, I forgot about Gordie Howe.
My favorite of all time was Joe Dumars. I love that guy. He wasn't even the best guy on the Bad Boys, but I love Joe Dumars for some reason.
Oh, he was stud.
Loved him.
I mean, he was on Dream Team.
Yeah.
And guess who wasn't? Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, there was some politics in that.
A little bit.
People didn't like.
Yeah, I think that says a lot.
Yeah.
Gordie Howe scored his 1,000th professional goal here in Birmingham. A legend. Joe Louis.
I would go Joe Louis or Barry Sanders.
Joe Louis.
Yeah. I'm going to go...
Tariq Skubal.
Nope. I'm going to go Mark Friedrichs.
The Bird?
The Bird.
I mean, no hitter on LSD, right?
6 or 77, I think.
I just think...
that was Doc Ellis.
That was Doc Ellis. The Bird was just a weird cat.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if he was on LSD.
Yeah. Probably at one point.
Yeah.
Fourth down.
I came across this very, very strange. This date in 1903, the Philadelphia Phillies were postponed for a record 9th consecutive game. Can you imagine having 9 consecutive days off because of postponements?
Was it rain or heat or what?
I didn't even get into that, Brown. I'm just going to assume it was a monsoon hit the East Coast.
I'm going to find out.
But if I ask you, what was the most disappointed you've ever been for a canceled game? And it could be your own personal canceled game. I mean, it was almost a 2020 season for all of us.
Yeah, I know.
I remember in 1991 or 1990, Darryl Strawberry had just gotten traded to the Dodgers, and I went over to Fulton County Stadium, and it rained all night on opening day, and so stayed there till like midnight, and they never played the game.
Listen, we always have to, be very safe, and I understand with hurricanes we have early detection of where they're going to go usually.
That'll be news in 2 weeks probably on which games are getting canceled or moved.
And see, that bothers me. Those are always disappointing to me. Is like I'm part of my football Saturday is being disrupted oftentimes by it end up being clear blue skies. And so I'm going to go back to somewhere in the 80s, Alabama at Texas A&M.
It was 1988, I believe. Yeah. And they ended up playing it after the Iron Bowl.
Yeah. Disappointment in that one because it got postponed, and I think it was supposed to be the opener or somewhere early in the season.
Yeah.
And I was excited about that Alabama team. And
that was
game.
Bill Curry got killed for that in the media because he made the choice, or at least it was attributed to him, not to travel out, right? And A&M was like, no, it's going to be safe, we're good. And he's like, no, I don't trust traveling in this hurricane. And then the hurricane veered off or whatever. But the side note is, like, it was a charged up atmosphere because of that. And Alabama went out and won that game after they lost the Iron Bowl to Auburn. That was part of the 4 straight Iron Bowls that Auburn won in the late 80s. But they went out and won the game, and it was supposed to be like this charged up atmosphere.
Did y'all ever have games where not enough players showed up on the other side?
Oh, slow pitch softball days, yeah, it was always a problem because we only tried to carry 10.
Yeah.
So you had nobody on the bench, and then somebody doesn't show up, and you're playing 9 in the field, 3 outfielders that never work.
Or it could happen on senior night.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that for you.
That's where I should have gone.
Hey, whatever. We never even got the
Carver.
fallout. What happened?
Nothing happened. It was just it was a win.
Oh man.
2 of them, in fact.
Yeah, doubleheader.
Like, I need an excuse on the other side. Like, what happened?
Yeah, they didn't have buses.
This is not necessarily the question you asked, but I will never forget this. I don't know if you went when we were out in Dallas. I think it was for Bama, Michigan State. We got tickets to Golden State and the Mavs.
We did.
You go?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if all 3 of us went. We had
because we got lost in the building, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a very confusing building. But I don't know if you guys remember this. We had found out during the show that Steph Curry, 2 of the 3 were sitting out. I think only Draymond played. I think Steph and Klay Thompson both sat out.
Both Splash Brothers.
Yeah, and it had just broken at the end of the show. We go back to the hotel. We get changed. We're headed over to the arena, and we get in an elevator, and there's a dad with 2 of his sons. They're both wearing Steph Curry jerseys, and my heart broke for them. I'm like...
They were all over the place. The kids were all over the place.
That's the NBA for you, man.
And I was like, the dad probably does not even know he's about to get to this game and not see Steph Curry.
I think you told him.
Did I tell him?
Yeah.
Oh, he probably thought I was screwing with him, too.
Yeah, I think you told him.
Oh, that was kind of bad.
Guess
news.
what, kids? You're not going to be able to see your favorite player tonight.
I generally don't like delivering bad
You drove
news.
from Denton, Texas.
I know.
I think that was one of those games where I stayed in my seats and you 2 went to a skybox.
No, that is not accurate. We were all in a skybox.
What happened?
Every media member was invited to. Yeah. They rented out 2 skyboxes.
2 skyboxes.
No, but y'all went upgraded somewhere.
No, that
y'all went
is not
down
true.
to the court.
That's
courtside
not true.
seat. Y'all did something.
No,
I remember
was
sitting there with random media people.
Well, that
and
was
you
your
both,
choice.
You both left to go somewhere.
I think we both left
to go somewhere fun.
I think Lance and I left and went to dinner. Was that our Nick and Sam's dinner?
Maybe. We did end up at a fun, mixologist bar.
Yeah, something like that. And I think you met us later. You stayed for the whole game. And I'm like, if Steph Curry's not playing, I'm not playing.
Not intentionally.
Yeah.
Not intentionally.
Okay.
Yeah, I got left behind.
Jimmy victim.
In general admission skybox.
General admission the unwashed masses skybox.
Yeah.
Why'd you guys abandon him?
It was so selfish of us.
Yeah, like SEC basketball tournament in Nashville. You guys are out with Clay, and I'm sick and having to drive home, and you guys have the
that was your choice.
time of your life.
That was your
time
choice.
of your life.
Again.
Or I'm down in the media eating cold chicken fingers.
Again,
you guys
your
in
choice.
the
You
skybox.
love being the media member.
Skybox with the guys from Kicking It Coolers and whoever else is up there. I just always there. Occasionally, though, the crumbs fall my way, and Lance will call me up right before an Auburn game, and I'll get courtside seats.
And complain about
it. Well, the referee stands there the whole time. He won't move. Move, dude. I kept telling him, move. Blow your whistle. Move.
Do something.
All right, that's our 4 Downs show being brought to you by our friends at CPAP Plus. If you're struggling to get a good night's sleep, get checked out.
Maybe you need the answer that is CPAP Plus.
Well, sleephomealabama.com, that is the website. A lot of people don't want to get the sleep test because you don't want to deal with the lab. You don't want to deal with an insurance. Guess what? No lab, no insurance. Just a $199 home sleep test. You can get information from our friends at CPAP Plus by going to sleephomealabama.com. CPAP Plus, they've got 5 locations: Birmingham, Trussville, Pelham, Foley, Troy. Alabama's best home sleep testing and CPAP. No lab, just easy-to-wear fingertip devices, clinically validated, that connect to your smartphone, complete with the physician's interpretation of your results. For more information, go online today, sleephomealabama.com.
Follow LT on Twitter at @TheLanceTaylor.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to Shinara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemphill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemphill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemphill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemphill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
Hey friends, if you're looking to expand your business and inform the Next Round audience about your exciting brand, contact us at sales@nextroundlive.com to be part of the team and advertise your product to hundreds of thousands of potential consumers on our ever-expanding platform. Let the Next Round help take your business to the next level. Get more information by emailing us at sales@nextroundlive.com, and one of our team members will work with you to build a plan to take your business to the next level with the Next Round.
Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on the Next Round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at the Next Round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. I mean, where else are the scenic views as good as your view of the game? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between 2 warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the Next Round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Final hour of the show brought to you always by our friend Sterling. and the fine folks at Champy's Chicken right there on Highway 119 in Alabaster. Go by and see them. And I enjoyed the brined overnight, cooked-to-order fried chicken. White meat, dark meat, big breast, legs, thighs, whatever you want. They've got it there for you. Hand-cut chicken fingers, the Mississippi Delta recipe tamales, the in-house homemade sides, in-house homemade desserts, great bar menu set up for you every day for happy hour, perfect for tailgating, easy to go drive-through. Champy'sChicken.com. Highway 119 in Alabaster. Football season is here, so too your trip to Champy's. As a great Brent Musburger said, you're looking live. Let's go to Toomer's Corner as Auburn continues their celebration of the national championships. Foresters, they're gathering. Are they waiting to cross, or are they gathering?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That is 5. Pandemonium.
Oh, here comes
pandemonium on the plains.
Guy on a bike with a backpack. Must be going to class. 6.
School has started.
That is a beautiful picture, though, by the way. It is cloudless on a blue day at Auburn, Toomer's Corner.
Yeah, if you're
a couple more looks.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, wow. Traffic cams.
It's a little too hot to roll.
Yeah, I'd wait till night. Wait till sunset.
That is a pretty little area of town, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what a college town's supposed to look like.
It really is. Auburn does look like college.
Yeah. Is that Auburn or Clemson?
Oh, wow. Dunaway.
Oh, that's an Auburn, Paul? Okay. There you go, man. How about that? No rolling of Toomer's Corner, but new national champions if you're just waking up or just tuning in. Not just 1957 or 2010 anymore. Auburn officially recognizing now 2004, 1993, 1983, 1958, 1914, 1913, 1910. 9 total national champions, and with recognition inside Jordan-Hare Stadium. Is it inside or just at Jordan-Hare Stadium, Forrester? Will it be inside where we can see it, or as we're walking up on the outside?
I think the way Hoke worded it was in and around. Jordan-Hare.
Yep.
The one where we couldn't find anybody that claimed Auburn is the one, again, your school, you do whatever you want. And I would say the same of Alabama. Alabama's 1941 claim's pretty weak. Or it's beyond pretty weak. It's extremely weak. But I think it was the one we found where Iowa won one and LSU won all the rest of them. That one seems a little suspect to me. I can't remember what exact year it was. I think it might have been 58. No, it's 58.
It was 58?
Yeah, 58. Now, your argument was nobody scored on them. Which
if nobody scores.
It's not really the way we do that.
You can't lose. If nobody scores, you can't lose.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
that
they
is
did
factual.
tie. They did, in fact, tie, though. That's a...
Yep. You don't go to penalty kicks.
Boy,
0-0 tie with Georgia.
Do you just chew the ass out of that offense?
You
what else could these guys do?
The defensive coordinator was like at halftime, if we're going to win this game, we're going to have to get a safety. That's the only way we're going to get this.
It's not going to be a pick six because nobody throws at this point in football. It's going to be a safety.
Congratulations there. And by the way, again, the Hugh Freeze 3-quarterback conversation was on Tiger Talk last night. We played the sound earlier. You can get it wherever you get Tiger Talk with the Auburn Network. Andy asked him a question, is there a possibility that 3 quarterbacks could play in the Baylor game? And Brownie, he answered it the way you would answer that question, right?
Yeah. You know, Ashton ran away from Notre Dame and somebody else, Clemson, I think it was. Deuce, So, all right, follow me on this line of logic. I was thinking of this when Luginbill was on. And I asked Luginbill, because we always say, now Dave Aranda's got to prepare for this. Guys, Dave Aranda's going to prepare. I mean, a college football coach is going to prepare for every quarterback. They're at least going to.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. You don't think a college defensive. Whoa. Listen to me. A college defensive coordinator, if unfortunately Jackson Arnold gets hurt and Ashton Daniels comes in, they don't know anything about this guy. You're out of your mind.
I mean, I think they take a look.
Well, yeah. By that, I don't mean that they run reps in practice, but they've prepared enough. They know what this guy does and how to adjust to him, right?
I mean, the first thing they do is celebrate.
It's hard to celebrate an injury.
Philadelphia fans do it.
They
all the
really
time.
do, and it is a bad look for them. Could this be a mental game by Hugh Freeze, not for Dave Aranda's purpose, but for his fan base purpose? Where if Jackson Arnold goes out and plays and you don't see all 3 quarterbacks, then Hugh can come back and say, I really wanted to play 3, but I couldn't take Jackson out of there. He played better than I thought. I mean, this guy is a gamer. He raised his level from what we had seen in fall camp on game day.
What you're suggesting is that he's playing games through the media, which we brought up earlier. Yes, 100% is what he's doing.
Or real quick, though, if Jackson Arnold struggles enough, Lance, that you have to go to Ashton Daniels or Deuce Knight, you can come back and say, guys, that this was not a referendum on Jackson. I said this back in August. I had planned to do this all along.
Well, if that is true, Hugh has zero confidence right now in Jackson Arnold.
And I'm not saying he's got zero confidence, but has he exuded any confidence in Jackson Arnold?
I don't know.
Yes, and we're going to have to play it again. Give me cut one again. We're going to have to play it again because, yes, he did. The first part of this whole comment is him raving about Jackson Arnold.
Right before he says he's going to play all three of them in the season opener?
I missed the raving part.
He raves about Jackson. Well, listen, he raves about Jackson Arnold. Then Andy says, well, could we see three quarterbacks at Baylor?
All right.
And how are you going to answer that? Well, no, we can't because the other two suck. You can't say that. You can't say that. One guy.
That angle, Andy looks like somebody we know.
Oh, yeah, he does. You're right. Yes.
Yeah. Here's Hugh Freeze. It's a fisheye lens. Hugh's in the center. He's a coach right in the middle of the stripe. And Tiger Talk, Auburn Network. He raves about Jackson Arnold. Where's this not raving? Listen.
Is Jackson where you want him to be right now, quarterback?
I'm excited. I think
excited?
He's taken some great strides from the second scrimmage
great
to
strides.
Now. Starting to communicate well with me and
communicating
what
well.
He really feels good about, likes and
goods and likes,
and doesn't care for, and we're having some good conversations
good
along
combos.
with obviously Kent and Jesse, and excited to see him get out there and do it under the lights.
Could we see all three quarterbacks Friday night in Baylor?
Yeah.
Too quick of an answer.
There's strengths and. You put on Ashton's film from Stanford, and I mean, this guy.
So excited is different than confident. Like, I'm excited about this football season. I have no idea how it's going to unfold. Like, I have no idea, but I'm super excited about it.
But I did not notice the first time we played it how quick that yes came. Like, Andy was not finished with the question. It wasn't like
how you set it up for everybody before, and you can do it again if you want. Like, Hugh knew the question was coming because Hugh probably planted it to Andy. There's no way Andy would ask that without Hugh planning it.
It is you would give me that. It's a weird question for Andy to ask, right?
Well, it's not called Andy Talk. It's called Tiger Talk.
Well, I get that, but I'm saying
Hugh Freeze.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
But if week one was Mercer, you can kind of understand that. Is there a good chance we see all three quarterbacks?
Like if this were a press conference and J.G. Tate asked the question, I'm like, okay, makes sense. J.G.'s maybe he's heard behind the scenes and he's trying to work a story here, right? But when the voice of the Auburn Tigers asked that question, it is a strange question to ask. I just don't think Andy asked that question out of the blue. Is my point. Yeah. Like Andy wasn't sitting at home before Tiger Talk and he's like, "What do I need to ask you? I guess I can ask him if all three quarterbacks are going to play." I mean, is there any did anybody before yesterday have any expectation you would see all three quarterbacks at Auburn?
You won't see all three quarterbacks against
Nobody had
Baylor.
That expectation, right? There's not one person out there that thought, I'll tell you what, Auburn's probably going to play all three quarterbacks against Baylor. So for Andy to even ask that tells me Hugh wanted it asked. Now, why he wanted it asked, I don't know.
I mean, I don't even know if I would play. There's always a Super Bowl prop. It's how many quarterbacks will actually throw a pass.
Yeah.
And it's always 2.5 because of the one trick play possibly.
That's
and you
right.
always get good odds on that. Like if you were to put Auburn quarterbacks to throw a pass 1.5,
I'd play the under.
I would feel really good about the under.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen, but here's a scenario you get three quarterbacks. Ready?
Okay, go.
Because I saw this happen in 2022. You have Jackson Arnold.
Mm-hmm. There's one.
Okay.
He's the starter.
All of a sudden,
he gets hurt.
We're in the red zone. He loses his helmet.
Oh, wow.
Ashton Daniels goes in there
So Hugh's predicting this?
to run a red zone play.
Uh-huh.
And then Hail Mary situation right before the half. Deuce has the stronger arm. I've seen it in person. Deuce's arm is stronger. No reads on a Hail Mary right before the half. Deuce goes out there, boom, throws it deep. That's three quarterbacks.
I mean, how much stronger is the arm? Where are we throwing from?
That was one heck of a prediction by
Okay,
Hugh
or how
Freeze
about this?
to know his quarterback was going to lose a helmet.
I'm just saying,
They're going to get a Hail
we
Mary
could
at the
see
half.
three quarterbacks, and that's
Okay.
that's a very likely scenario.
Very likely.
Yeah.
A Hail Mary at the half?
Yeah, no lost helmet in the red
Jackson
zone.
Sweaty loses his helmet.
You see a Hail Mary at the half maybe once a Saturday.
I mean, new Nike helmets maybe. Slicker than
The only way it plays out is 2 injuries.
Well, again, if you're Hugh, you're not predicting that. That's why I don't know what he's getting at here. He obviously wanted Andy to ask him that question. Andy did it, and Hugh, with a quick yes, I really don't know what
is coming tomorrow. So yesterday was Cam Newton.
Right.
Today was national championships.
Yesterday was Cam Newton and 3 quarterbacks playing at Baylor.
Is there any facility upgrade that they've been talking about?
Well, they've been building that scoreboard.
Well, that's already built.
Yeah.
You got now signage for it with 9 national championships.
That's right. Plenty of room.
You had the big Nike Day happen recently.
Yeah, that's a good question, Lance. I don't know what could come
sold
next.
off all the Under Armour stuff, which was a brilliant marketing thing.
This would be a great time if Hugh agreed to a contract extension in the offseason. John Cohen should probably drop it right about now.
Yeah.
This would be a good time for it to get overshadowed.
I'm going to go ahead.
Let us know how massive that buyout is.
Remember how North Carolina did that, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we forgot to tell y'all we signed Hubert Davis to a contract extension."
Yeah, when all the fans were talking about, what is the buyout? Can we get rid of this guy?
Off of Indiana adding Howard and Miami of Ohio to their future schedules.
Yeah. Oh, Signetti, he is not going to. He's not going to change that, is he?
I'm going to say now's a good time to announce home and home Auburn and Notre Dame.
I think Notre Dame's pretty tied up already. I'll go look.
They're an independent, Brown. They have freedom of schedule.
Well, they do, but I think their freedom. They're pretty committed moving forward. Now I'll look at their futures if you'll give me 2 seconds.
No, I think they've got almost 2. Well, they don't have a conference. So.
Their 25 is completely booked.
Well, that's this year.
So I just want you to know.
It's probably a good thing.
I want you to know they're playing all the games this year, guys.
Appreciate that guy on ESPN who says the SEC's 50-50, 500.
They've got 1 spot open in 26. They've got some openings in 27 and 28.
Oh, how about that?
Your problem is
what?
Well, they got some September openings. I'm saying their September's a little booked up.
Have we ever seen that matchup?
Auburn and Notre Dame?
I don't think we have.
Not in my lifetime.
Well, they start the series with Alabama in 29 and 30. So
Notre Dame, not Auburn.
Yeah. I think that went without saying, but yes, that's who I was talking about.
Yeah. That'd be a good time to announce this.
Okay.
Let's do our spotlight. Before that, though, LT, tell us about Hemp Hill.
205-229-2090. That is the number you need to call. Adam, Chad, Andrew, the guys there awaiting your call. Anything arises, whether it's plumbing, heating, or cooling issues in your home or business, they are ready to serve you. 205-229-2090 or hemphillservices.com. They have never played in football.
That'd be a good time to do it then. Jim's right.
The College Football Spotlight.
It is presented by our guy, Alexander Shinara. Shinara Trial Attorneys. They are here to serve you. Alexander Shinara is a Birmingham guy, born and raised in Birmingham, and he wanted to create a firm that took care of the people of Birmingham. They have done that. They've recovered more than $2 billion, maintaining Alexander's core values of integrity, mastery, passion, and success. 150 lawyers now over that, more than 500 dedicated team members. When you find yourself in need of a lawyer, call the Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys. You pay nothing unless they win your case. Shinara.com, Shinara.com.
Nobody covers Florida State like warchant.com, warchant.com. From Sunday night, Doak Campbell Stadium filled to be replaced before FSU opener with Alabama. Doak Campbell Stadium is going to have a brand new field to go along with the massive stadium renovations that will be unveiled to the public and national television audience on Saturday, August 30th. Less than 2 weeks before the Florida State football team will open its 2025 season against Alabama, the university is planning to install an entirely new playing surface. A university spokesperson confirms with warchant.com on Sunday. The work is scheduled to begin Monday, which was yesterday morning, with the existing surface being removed and replaced with a lay-and-play field, which will be ready for competition later this week. This is the same kind of fields that are installed for Super Bowl and World Cup events. Florida State has 7 home games scheduled this fall. Spokesman said the new field will hold up for the entire season. Not worried about the entire season. I'm worried about game 1. The university plans to take this approach moving forward, meaning a new field will be installed next year as well. That from warchant.com.
Well, they'll be playing on the same surface. Is this like when USC went to Notre Dame and they were playing in a wheat field? Do you remember that game, Lance?
Yeah, that was purposely grown up.
Wasn't that the Bush Push game?
It was the Bush Push game, one of the greatest games in college football history.
Yeah, played in a wheat field.
This seems weird because of the timing, but maybe because of The
construction?
climate. Well, maybe construction, but the climate, and I don't know. I mean, the timing seems weird.
My concern, the reason I bring this up.
And there's a picture that Scott has posted.
Yeah.
My concern, the reason I bring this up is we've had a Super Bowl recently where slippery surface was a problem. We have a problem every time we play in Glendale, Arizona, with a slippery surface that rolls out, rolls back in. I don't like surfaces that are impactful on the outcome of a game. When it's not raining, if it's sunny outside, I don't think you should be slipping and sliding anywhere.
Well, all the big schools dig up their field and sod them in the offseason. I don't think anybody goes year to year. Any of the big schools, the big SEC schools that are still natural grass, obviously, go year to year with the same turf. I think they tear it up as soon as the season's over.
Even Auburn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Auburn does. I mean,
that's always good-looking grass.
No, it's great-looking grass. But I think they tear it up and start over. I think those things take such a beating in the season. I think rather than try to recover, they just go new. Yeah. But they generally do that during the summer. And, I will say this, though. I don't know if you remember this vividly, but I do. The first time I ever went inside the Rose Bowl was the 2009 National Championship game. And that was the year where they had the Rose Bowl. And then a week later, they had the National Championship game, 5-6 days.
9 days, maybe?
9 days, whatever it was. And I remember there was a big storyline like, we're going to tear up the Rose Bowl turf right after the Rose Bowl, and we're going to put down new turf for Alabama and Texas. And I remember thinking, wow, how do you do that in 9 days? I mean, my gosh, I play golf all the time. If they lay side, you can't walk on that stuff for 2 months. And I remember before the game walking down on the field and being blown away.
It was heaven.
It looked like freaking Augusta National. Like you couldn't see side seams. You couldn't see anything. I mean, it was perfect. So obviously, if you got enough money, you can do this.
Yeah.
I mean, I speaking of Augusta, Phil Mickelson told a story once, like they were playing number 11 at Augusta and a tree fell while they were out on the course, number 11 at Augusta. And he said that by the time they worked around to 15, they looked back down there, the tree had already been cut up and removed, right? They played from 11 to 15. They'd already cut the tree up and moved it. And he said, I swear to you, the next day you could not find where the place where the tree fell. Like they were so good at their side and all, you couldn't find it. Now, it seems hard to believe. That was a Phil Mickelson story.
Yeah. Really
so if you got enough money, you can do whatever you want.
That's our spotlight today. That Florida State Alabama line as we get ready, brought to you by our friends at mybookie.ag. Mybookie.ag, Brownie.
Yeah, based on the turf, the total has dropped considerably. They're expecting low scoring in this based on the new turf.
That is not true.
I asked Lance this morning where this game had been hanging out because I looked at mybookie.ag at both Auburn and Baylor to see if there had been any move, not based on what Hugh Freeze said, just looking. And it's still at 2. And I asked Lance because this is at 13.5. I thought I remembered it lower than that, Lance, but you told me it's been hanging out at 13.5. 13.5. Total of 50.5. How you feel?
Big number.
What, the total?
No.
Oh, just the point spread?
Yeah.
Alabama almost a 2-touchdown favorite. What?
Big number. So you're starting to feel like
no.
Florida
I'm
State
not,
inside
no.
the 13.5?
No, I'm just saying that is a big number for a Power 4 team at home with a brand like Florida State.
Yeah. By the way,
I'd lay it.
Our friends at mybookie.ag and out in Vegas expecting a little more scoring in the Auburn-Baylor game than the Alabama-Florida State game. A total of 57.5 for that Friday night game in Waco.
The first blush on that would be they're expecting Alabama to score.
At 50.5, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're thinking that game's going to be
34-13?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I'm sure you would, Jimmy Bama. MyBookie.ag, code next round. Code next round when you go to MyBookie.ag. When you sign on there at MyBookie.ag, they are so confident you're going to enjoy their experience. They definitely want you to stick around. If you lose right away, they don't want you to get bummed out. So here's what they're doing at MyBookie.ag. There's so much fun for this upcoming season for you. You make your first bet if you use code next round, and your first bet up to $500, up to $500, fully covered by our friends at MyBookie.ag. You make your play. If it doesn't hit, you get it right back with the bet back bonus. No stress, one-time rollover on the return bet. You just reload and keep firing right there at mybookie.ag, up to $500. You're not going to find that deal anywhere else. That's at mybookie.ag when you use code NEXTROUND to claim your bet back bonus. MyBookie is where bettors win together because bragging's good, cashing in is better, and you can do it right now at mybookie.ag, code NEXTROUND. MyBookie.ag, code next round.
Does anybody play better brands in the first 4 games than Alabama does? Florida State, Wisconsin, Georgia?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good. Throw in Louisiana Monroe there, who's won at Tuscaloosa before.
Miami plays Notre Dame Florida, but I don't think they got a third one to go with it.
LSU plays Clemson, Louisiana Tech, Florida, Southeast Louisiana. They got 2, but I mean that's 4 brands right there, man. 3 brands and Louisiana Monroe.
And Louisiana Monroe. Notre Dame's, I mean, these aren't great brands, but at Miami, Texas A&M, and at Arkansas in the first 3. I mean, that's two SEC teams in Miami.
Yeah, who's their 4th?
Purdue. I mean, that's.
Wait, what?
Purdue's
one more time
for Notre Dame. They're at Miami, Texas A&M, Purdue, at Arkansas. That's their first 4 games.
Yeah.
And then they grab overrated Boise State.
Notre Dame
week 5.
Possibility 1-3.
I would be surprised at that, but it is certainly on the table. They could easily lose at Miami and at Arkansas, and if you lose those, A&M could beat you.
Florida, Long Island, but then South Florida, LSU, Miami, and then Texas.
Yeah,
that's a good little stretch there. Good stretch.
Yeah, I mean, this Notre Dame schedule is an interesting schedule. Like, you like Dave Doran. I mean, they get NC State Saturday, October 11th. Now, it's at South Bend, but you like some Dave Doran. If USC is better this year, again, it's at home, but they get that right after NC State.
Texas, Ohio State in the opener. If you can give me cut number 5 and then 6, Tyler, cut 5 and 6. Before we listen to the sound, yesterday on Instagram, Colin Simmons, who is a All-American defensive end at Texas.
One of my draft picks yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Simmons posted on Instagram this.
What'd he say?
It's a picture of Julian Sayin.
That's all he's got. It's a picture of Julian Sayin.
Yeah, Colin Simmons, picture of that right there.
Okay.
You'll remember Colin Simmons infamously at halftime of the college football playoffs last year posted a picture of Cam Scatterbo, who didn't have a great first half. This guy's not afraid to post his prey of who he's hunting.
Wait, so he posted Scatterbo at halftime?
Yeah, halftime of last year's Texas-Arizona State.
Then Arizona State took him to double overtime.
That second half was all Sun Devils.
He posted Scatterbo at halftime. Scatterbo had a shaky first half.
Yeah.
In the second half, Scatterbo played really good.
That's right.
Instagram post, and almost won the game, if I remember correctly.
No, you 100% remember correctly.
Simmons now with Julian Sayin. Here's Ryan Day, head coach of Ohio State, on why he chose Julian Sayin.
Julian Sayin will be the starting quarterback against Texas. It was a close competition. I think both guys, we all feel confident, can win a game for us. I think Julian separated himself really over the last week with his consistent play. I feel like our guys are confident again with both quarterbacks. I think we'll need both quarterbacks. Lincoln did a lot of great things. But we're going to name Julian the starter here, give him the majority of the reps with the ones, and go prepare to beat Texas.
Yeah, and now Steve Sarkisian, who his staff will be defending Julian Sayin in that 1 versus 2 matchup. Julian Sayin is a guy that Sark recruited at Texas, on the radar when he was coaching at Alabama. He knew who Julian Sayin was. Contacts reached out, so he's very familiar on what Sayin brings to the game.
Yeah, ton of respect for Julian. We recruited him hard here. He was a very gifted passer, really good player. Came to camp with us, I want to say 2 years in a row. And so we've got a lot of familiarity with him. He's obviously a California kid, his high school coach and whatnot. So a very good player, elite passer, very good arm talent, very quick release, really accurate guy. Obviously, he's got great weapons around him. And so, he's the type of guy that can utilize those weapons in a good system. So it poses a heck of a challenge.
Yeah, it's the weapons that scare you with Julian Sayin.
Yeah, and starting with Jeremiah Smith. I think what is interesting, though, is Ohio State has always been underrated running the football. You look at Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson, both 1,000-yard guys. Now they're gone. So, we know Jeremiah Smith's going to be really good, but what do they have in that backfield?
I tell you, an interesting storyline in this game is, you trust Steve Sarkisian's play calling, don't you?
Yes.
You trust Ryan Day's play calling,
yes,
don't you? You probably know less about Pete Kiwatowski, the Texas defensive coordinator, but from what you've seen, you trust him, don't you? Then there's Matt Patricia, replacing Jim Knowles, who is thought of as maybe the best defensive coordinator in America, went to Penn State. And Matt Patricia, with a great pro lineage as a defensive coach, now is your defensive coordinator. How much do you trust him?
That's a massive downgrade. At least on paper it is.
I mean, it does seem that way. I'll need to see it before I 100% label it that way, but it certainly seems like a downgrade from Jim Knowles to Matt Patricia.
I mean, I don't doubt they'll be good, but losing Chip Kelly on the offensive side too, they replaced both their coordinators. But yeah,
I got faith in Ryan Day. Yeah,
but I'm Matt Patricia. I'm concerned about him. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I think it's natural to wonder what that's going to look like with him. And of all the primary coaches and the coordinators and the play callers, he's the one you know the least about.
I would tell you that the irony is that Krenzel, Cardell Jones, Will Howard are the national championship quarterbacks at Ohio State. Meanwhile, their big 5-star guys never won the national championship.
I mean, again, it goes back to the conversation we had with Alabama quarterbacks.
Yeah. That's a great point. But what was Krenzel? Was that 2000?
Craig Krenzel was 2001?
Two?
The controversial game, right?
Yeah. The flag in
pass
the end zone.
Interference in the end zone.
Yeah. But the quarterbacks they've had since 2002, that may be three of the ones at the bottom of the great Ohio State quarterbacks. And they're the ones that got the championship rings. A lot of talented guys been quarterback up there.
Yeah, they have. And you know what's crazy is, like, I was watching the Bears Sunday night. J.T. Barrett is their quarterbacks coach.
How about
that was a guy that was in the mix in that national championship year and got hurt. J.T. Barrett, Cardell Jones, and
the good guy.
We can never remember the third name. Like we never
Braxton Miller.
Braxton Miller.
Braxton Miller.
And J.T. Barrett has already cycled through to be a quarterbacks coach in the NFL. That's how long ago that has been.
A little NFL news before we get to trash coming up in the next segment. Our friends at Way to Wellness bringing you part of the show today. Way to Wellness, your journey to healthy living. Your opportunity right now for a variety of reasons to go to aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. I was by and saw Leslie yesterday at Way to Wellness. She wanted to say thank you to all you wonderful folks who have helped her out over the years. And she wanted me to remind you that if you are suffer from diabetes, if you live with that daily, they have diet plans there that may help you. Heart disease, sleep apnea, a lot more. Every plan is designed specifically for you. Whether you're trying to lower blood pressure or lower cholesterol, they can work with you at Way to Wellness. The website, again, aplanforme.com. Meal replacement, injection therapy. I use these protein bars to keep me from bad snacking. No contracts, no sign-up fees. That first consultation is free. Aplanforme.com. It's Way to Wellness, your journey to healthy living.
Follow Brownie on Twitter and Instagram at Ryan Brown Live.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to Shinara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today. Hey, Lance Taylor from the next round to tell you about my friends at Michelson Laser Vision, located conveniently UAB Highlands. Almost 20 years ago, I went in for the procedure. Only took 12 minutes for both eyes. When I went in, I had 20/200 vision. I was legally blind. Now I have 20/15 vision, still 19 years later. Make the call today. Schedule a hassle-free consultation. 969-8100. Dr. Mark Michelson, Dr. Jen Michelson, Michelson Laser Vision. Make sure you tell them the next round sent you. 969-8100 or MichelsonLaserVision.com. Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on the next round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at the next round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000.
Follow Next Round Live on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. The social media team at Next Round Live is dedicated to giving you daily news conferences and practice video from UAB, Alabama, Auburn, and around college football. Follow and compare to the sites you used to visit. You'll also get the latest highlights and news from the Next Round Daily Show. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss a thing. Follow Next Round Live on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. See more at nextroundlive.com.
Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop. Rare quality, well-done service.
What are you waiting for? It's non-stop gaming action at Birmingham Racecourse Casino. Come play more than 900 of the latest and greatest games around, featuring fun bonuses and big jackpots. You can wager and win on horse and greyhound races from all over the world. There are more ways to win at Birmingham Racecourse Casino. Birmingham Racecourse Casino, located off I-459 exit 31 Derby Parkway. Must be 21 or older.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between 2 warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Back with you on the next round. This hour always brought to you by Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster. Listen, even if we're going to play a Super Bowl in London someday, you want to keep the taste down home of your tailgates. You get that at Champy's. Champy's Fried Chicken, Highway 119. The chicken's brined overnight. Sterling does that. Make sure it's so good every time he serves it up. Hand-cut chicken fingers, the tamales from the Delta, that recipe. It is also good. And perfect for your tailgating and football viewing this year. It is Champy's Chicken, champy'schicken.com. Super Bowl this year in Santa Clara, where I found out.
Jeez. What? Well, I hope it's better than the college football championship game out there.
Yeah. What's it called? Sourdough Sam is the mascot of the 49ers. I didn't know that until the Taylor Swift.
Never heard that.
I didn't either. That Taylor Swift thing is the only reason I knew it.
Now I know it's Sourdough Sam, and everyone was saying she was Easter egging during New Heights that she's going to be the Super Bowl. We'll see. SoFi Stadium in 2027, Atlanta in 2028. The British Prime Minister is trying to get the Super Bowl in London. It has been discussed, according to Roger Goodell, in 2023 and 2024 about a future of Super Bowl abroad and likely in London, who's hosted most of the NFL games. 2029 is the first open date one there. Do you think we ever play a Super Bowl in London or outside the U.S.?
Well, I hope not.
I just seem so anti what has made this league great. I mean, it's bad enough how many regular season games they play outside the United States.
Yeah, I'm not going to say never. I mean, I hope not, but it wouldn't completely shock me.
Because I remember, what are all our out of the United States? We got Spain this year. We've had Germany.
Yeah, Germany's become very popular.
It has. I mean, look, the Dolphins played a game in Germany, and I told you I was blown away at how good the atmosphere was on TV.
Tampa did it first, and it was fantastic because they were singing all the American songs.
Yeah. I mean, we've played a ton in England. They've played in Brazil, Mexico City.
But, we've got some great American cities that have never hosted a Super Bowl. I mean, Chicago, I don't think has ever hosted a Super Bowl.
I don't think so. I was watching
a little too cold for it, but
I was watching the game Sunday night, though, and they're talking about building that new stadium, and he specifically said it was the Bears general manager, I believe. And he specifically said, we would like to host, Final Fours and a Super Bowl. Because they're talking about, I think, doing a dome stadium at that new location away from Soldier Field. So I think that's in the discussions. Yeah, Chicago's never hosted one. New York's the only cold weather city to ever host one.
Detroit.
Well, I mean, outdoors, I guess is what I meant. But yes, Detroit has hosted one. You're right. But Nashville is about to be done with their stadium. Don't you assume Nashville gets to host a Super Bowl in that new stadium at some point?
And that'll be that whole AFC South has hosted a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I don't think anymore you build one of these big high-dollar stadiums in the NFL without at least a wink and a nod that you'll get a Super Bowl at some point. I think that's the way you kind of sell it to the locals for, hey, give us the money, give us the tab. We're going to bring a Super Bowl in. You'll make a ton in revenue.
Yeah,
off
Minneapolis too.
Yeah.
As the facilities are, I don't know why we keep going back to Miami and Tampa. I don't love either one of those stadiums. Obviously, it's the location.
Yeah, and New Orleans. They go to New Orleans a ton too because
I don't mind the Super Bowl.
New Orleans makes sense just because you can walk everywhere.
Yeah, but it's for the same reason. It's not about how nice the stadium is. It's about the entertainment, and they apparently love the entertainment in Miami. Not my favorite place. Like, I didn't really love South Beach. I don't know about you guys.
Well, and again, it's such a commute. I mean, that's the great thing about New Orleans is everything, the entertainment, the game, everything's right there. The hotels.
I'm with Brooks. You're an American sport. It's bad enough you ship out some of your regular season games. If you ship out your most important game, you're not an American sport anymore. And maybe the NFL doesn't care about that. I mean, their shield looks awful lot like a playoff and American flag, but maybe they don't care anymore to be an American sport. But if you play your most important game internationally, you're not an American sport anymore.
Michelson Laser Vision bringing you part of the show today. Tell us about Michelson.
205-969-8100. Dr. Mark Michelson, true pioneer in the business, first to perform the LASIK procedure in the state of Alabama back in 1995. Dr. Mark Michelson, Dr. Jen Michelson, best in the business. 205-969-8100. Ask for Amy. Tell her the next round sent you. For more information, MichelSonLaserVision.com.
What are you going to do? Not watch it? I mean, you're not. It's not like you're not going to watch the Super Bowl if they don't play it.
Definitely not going to go.
Well, I mean, they could play it in Anniston, and I'm probably not going to go.
Matt Stafford practiced yesterday for the Rams. Joe Flacco, 40 years old, named the starting quarterback for the Browns. Flacco joins Matt Stafford, 108 wins. Russell Wilson, 121 wins. And Aaron Rodgers, 153 wins. Flacco has 105 wins as an NFL quarterback. Those are the only active guys, 100 wins or more in the league.
Very good quarterback, obviously. He's got a Super Bowl ring. Played better football, actually, in the postseason.
Who are they cutting? Who of the
Kenny Pickett will be the guy, in my opinion.
But they got to cut Huntley too.
Yeah.
Huntley, we go. So they're going to keep Sanders and Gabriel.
I heard Huntley was only brought in.
Yeah, he was
for
just
the
a body.
Preseason,
yeah.
Heard somebody try to argue, man, they could keep 4. No,
not in the NFL. You
can't keep 4.
No.
Yeah. Cleveland did something though that is unheard of. Undrafted free agent Isaiah Bond gets a 3-year, fully guaranteed contract. Now it's just $3.1 million a year. But he gets a guaranteed 3-year contract as an undrafted free agent. That rarely happens. He had the domestic violence case that was out there that kept him from being drafted.
That's what I was going to say. Doesn't that tell you he was a guaranteed draft pick without that case hanging over his head?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you give him that kind of money if you didn't already know that.
So they feel like they're getting a little bargain there in Isaiah Bond. We'll see what he turns into. Before we do trash, Storm Restoration Roofing wants to give you a little something free. That's a free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City will get on your roof right now. You can get that free no-cost roof inspection with no obligation by doing several things. You can either go to the website, stormrestorationroofing.com, stormrestorationroofing.com, or you can call Greg Nelson up on his cell phone, 205-542-3531. 542-3531. Or just go to Facebook, follow Greg from Pell City there, and leave him a message. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. And right there at Storm Restoration Roofing, they handle storm damage, roofing replacements. And Greg even has a builder's license, so he can help you with that restoration or repair right there. And he's fabulous with the insurance agents that will help you get the best cost and the best payments when it comes to your damage. He's been local for over 20 years. He's Greg from Pell City, 205-542-3531. And our friends at stormrestorationroofing.com.
Any attempt to restrict drinking and driving here is viewed by some as downright undemocratic.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. You have to wear a seatbelt when you're driving. And pretty soon we're going to be calling this country.
LT's Trash is presented by Bud Light.
Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. I had to go to Snopes today, and I knew it was not a true story that somebody sent me, but it was a Russian yacht company. You have the ability to rent out this yacht. Have you guys ever heard of this story?
I have not.
And go to the Somalia coast and try to bait pirates in, and when the pirates come for the boat, you can open fire on them.
So that it's an urban legend that you could do.
Well,
that.
they sold
That
it.
sounded real?
They sold it as the closest thing ever to the Purge. Like this independent Russian. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if some of that stuff happens, but to advertise it.
Yeah, that's probably not like a something that a travel agent offers.
No, but would you? I mean, I would almost guarantee that's probably happened.
Probably so. This is, you remember the mini giraffe? That was another Russian thing that turned out not to be true.
Yeah, the DirecTV ad.
The DirecTV ad, and then supposedly you could buy these mini giraffes from Russia, and people were paying hundreds of thousands for them.
Okay, well, this one is legit. Surfer had a narrow escape from a shark at a beach, northern South Wales, where a teenager was bitten just months ago. Footage caught on camera at 7:26 a.m. local time yesterday shows surfer Brad Ross in the water alongside a dark shape before splashing. The attack lasted only seconds, and surfers around Ross were not immediately aware of what was unfolding. Ross was uninjured, but a massive bite, as you see right there, was taken from his board.
Looks like he's wearing a next round surf suit. We appreciate that.
A little bit, yeah.
I didn't know we were selling those.
Now, witnesses described as seeing a, quote, explosion of water and foam. One witness said the first thing I checked for when they started saying shark was blood in the water. It's pretty amazing that a white shark that size could take that bite and not hit a surfer, isn't it?
I agree. But now my primary means of conveyance is broken and I'm stuck in the water with a shark. So what do I do?
I think typically when sharks go after surfers, after they bite the board, they end up just leaving.
Oh,
because
okay.
they realize that
so
it's
I'm
not
safer.
food.
I'm safer than I think.
Yes.
But I am still getting to the land as quickly as absolutely possible.
I would feel safer with it not, like if it would have gotten some meat and some blood, there's a chance it circles back.
Yeah, it comes back, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Tyler's right. He bit it, and to him, I just got sea trash again. Not a human at all.
Terrible first shot.
That was a bad throw.
Former U.S. Postal Service letter carrier pleaded guilty today in California to a 3-year spree of stealing credit and debit cards and checks from the mail, items she used to pay for luxury goods and international travel. This is Mary Ann McDammit. The way the name is spelled. 31 years old, copped a conspiracy to commit bank fraud, felony in connection with sprawling scheme that included her using many of the stolen cards and selling others to accomplices with nicknames like Ghana and One Punch. Now, McDammit, who earned $56,000 annually delivering mail from the main post office in Torrance, used her Instagram page to chronicle vacations to destinations like Aruba, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Turks and Caicos, among others.
Well, you should always spend your money to make memories,
That's right.
Items, they don't do you any good. They go away, they get old, they break down, but memories, you always have those.
Well, if you're spending somebody else's money, I guess you can
do whatever
buy
you want.
materialistic stuff.
She did one better. She spent everybody else's money to make memories.
She'll be able to sit in that jail now and think about Turks and Caicos and the wine and the champagne and all those great memories.
So after more than 100 credit cards were reported stolen from stops on McDammit's route, Postal Service investigators launched a probe that included placement of camera inside of her postal vehicle. She was caught red-handed sorting mail containing checks and plastic. When agents raided her apartment,
McDammit,
they found 133 credit and debit cards.
When the Hamburglar steals something, Ronald says, McDammit! I mean, some of this stuff I just can't believe. Do people know I'm eventually going to get caught? I'm just going to have fun on the way out? Like, you don't think you're going to get away with this, do you?
I think that, yeah, they probably do.
Yeah, there's a, I forget the name of the scientific effect, but people with lower intelligence will often overestimate how smart they really are.
Okay.
So there was a guy who went in to rob a bank, and for whatever reason, he thought that security cameras couldn't see through lemon juice. So he covered his face in lemon juice and started grinning at all the cameras.
Wait, they can?
Yeah, so they can see you.
He was grinning at them?
Yeah, he was smiling
So
ear to
mugging for
ear
the
at all the cameras.
So they had him that afternoon, basically in cuffs.
And you see that sort of stuff all the time. People will steal from, like, a restaurant they work at, and it turns out they're taking, like, 20 grand over the course of months. And you think, well, this is a small business, like, they're going to notice.
Yeah, I mean, if constantly people on the same mail route are calling saying, I didn't get my American Express card, I didn't get my Chase bank card, They're probably the first thing they're going to do is like, okay, who do we have on that route? Oh, it's McDermott. All right, well, somebody follow McDermott and see what she's doing. Boss, we really have somebody to carry mail for us named McDermott? Yeah, I thought it was weird too. But that's her name. That's the way it's pronounced. Somebody follow McDermott.
So police say a man arrested Wednesday for driving a stolen 2020 Dodge Charger from the Memphis International Airport's long-term parking garage said he was, quote, too large to steal the vehicle. This is amazing. So he's like 5'6"?
He's 5'8", 400. Well, I guess, yeah, just a little under 5'8".
Yeah, so this guy is 5'6", 400 pounds.
Yeah, it's a bowling ball.
Now, Anthony Taylor here, 23, charged with driving while his license was suspended, felony vandalism, theft of property, violation of vehicle registration, reckless driving, and drag racing. Now, in July, the victim reached out to WREG and told them that his 2020 Dodge Charger stolen from the airport's covered parking garage when he returned from a work trip. According to the reports, on August 13th, police and FBI agents located a dark gray Dodge Charger parked on a street in front of a house. Police say the plate showed the car was registered to a 1993 Chevrolet Silverado. The VIN number came back as the stolen 2020 Dodge Charger. Now, according to the Memphis Police Department, officers saw a man wearing all black get into the vehicle and drive eastbound. Police say he was driving more than 100 miles an hour, and an officer lost sight of the vehicle southbound. It was then involved in an accident. They say they saw Taylor standing on the sidewalk near the back of the Charger, took him into custody. Taylor refused to speak to investigators before he reportedly admitted he saw officers checking the VIN number before fleeing the area. Now, Taylor also told officers he doesn't steal cars because he, quote, weighs 400 pounds and cannot fit through a window.
That's right. Look at me. Do I look like a car thief?
By the way, even though police never mentioned the vehicle was stolen.
Oh, well, man, I just want to let you know.
He's got D3 size, but he's trying to drive a 2002 five-star SEC recruit car. Never works. And by the way, I can't fit through a window. That's not how you steal a car. You open the door.
I'm just letting them know. I can't fit through a window.
I just wonder what 5'6", 400 looks like.
A bowling ball.
I imagine he's like 5'6" tall and also close to 5'6" around.
That's true. Yeah, it's a constant measurement. Did he try to flee on foot? Because I got to imagine the cops got him pretty quick on that one.
Yeah, and I don't think he can hide well, right?
No.
What does 5'6", 400 pounds...
Are you on ChatGPT?
Yeah, 400 pounds look like?
I mean, that's got to be... You're right, as big round as you are tall.
Let's see.
It's going to be an 8th grade picture of Mark Mangino.
Ooh. Sadly, the first 3 pictures were women.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, they are shorter than men.
Yep.
Is the show 1,000-Pound Sisters or?
Yep.
There's so many of those. There's like 800-pound life.
Half
one of them.
Half-ton sisters or something like that.
Yep. That sounds right.
Yeah.
According to AI, the only way you can get to be 5'6", 400 pounds is have enormous fat buildup on your flanks, hips, buttocks, thighs, and legs.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You know what would like 5'6", 400 is that white shark that bit into that surfboard.
Yeah, that's right. If he got that, he'd eat for a month, wouldn't he?
It also adds that 400 pounds at 5'6" is unhealthy.
Yeah, I bet the BMI is a little off the charts on that one.
I wonder if Taser works on that. Like, if you got a lot of fat like that, like if the cops go Taser on that old cat, you think it drops him?
Or maybe it just like makes everything shake.
Could. Like, they start laughing.
Get a ripple effect.
Yeah, they start laughing and they get arrested.
I guarantee you he can't sink.
It's a waterbed.
Yeah.
Like if you put him in...
You threw him in a pool.
Yeah, I think he would float.
He's buoyant?
Yep. So Rods and Boz, it's a movie car museum and prop rental outfit in Colorado. It's closing up shop, auctioning off its colossal collection of stuff this week.
Oh, wow.
Now, the museum is run by Zach Loffert, who started with a movie prop rental business in 2017, evolved it to include a museum aspect in 2021. Loffert plans to find a new location and start over with slightly different version of the movie car museum. But in the meantime, he's unloading a bunch of the inventory to make money for the new space.
I hope he yabba dabba doos it.
Quote, it's like 99% no reserve, high bidder wins. It can be in person or online. There's going to be 463 items. We're talking movie cars, trucks, signs, gas pumps, pedal cars, screen used memorabilia, stuff like that. Now, there is a deep catalog of memorabilia and interesting vehicles. The auction begins this Friday, August 22nd at 7 o'clock. local time.
Oh, it's got the Mutt Cuts, man. I like that one.
Now, while there are some screen-used items on the list, a lot of replicas. Now, the Jurassic Park Ford Explorer that Brown has never seen.
Never seen that. Is it a big part of the movie?
It wasn't seen. It is a big part of the movie. It wasn't seen in the movie, but the 1974 Ford Gran Torino below was used in the 2004 Starsky and Hutch remake, and the Rubble Racer was in the 1994 Flintstones movie. Now, the vintage road signs and such are probably where you'll find the best deals, but the screen-used and movie replica car collection, according to this, is the most fun to look at. You mentioned the Dumb and Dumber Mud Cuts, Ghostbusters hearse from the 2016 movie, police Chevy Blazer from Stranger Things, and a few of the Fast and Furious cars.
They could use in that second one, the one before that, they could use that Gulf Lube sign down at the Floribama. That'd be a cool little
I do
sign.
like that, yeah. I like those old throwback signs like that.
I do too.
There's a place on the way to the beach, depending on which route you go,
where you can stop and buy them.
Yeah, where they got a ton of those signs.
I like it on Dumb and Dumber when the Mutt Cuts van hits that big bump and the ears and the legs flop out once up in the air.
The one through Brantley is where you see that used sign.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
is
all
that
I
trash?
got. Yep.
That is trash today. A little developing news on the other side after LT tells us about gutter cap.
Cap it, don't snap it. It's a dirty, dangerous job. The last thing you want to do is get on that roof. You slip, you fall, snap the neck, and die. No good to the wife or kids. Cap it, don't snap it. 205-823-2212. Chris Stewart will come out, give you an absolutely free estimate. Nothing to lose to find out if those gutters need capping. For more information, guttercapbirmingham.com.
And our break line breaking news, C.J. Carr.
Uh-oh. Got him for the Heisman.
Is the quarterback at Notre Dame.
How about that? Picked him yesterday.
That's one step you needed.
I know.
We did BYU quarterback breaking news. Got to throw Notre Dame in there, too. BYU's not an independent anymore. They're Big 12. Notre Dame's still the fighting independents there, and they're going to go C.J. Carr. Maybe their worst quarterback in the last 2 years.
Oh, crap. I drafted him yesterday.
Definitely the most inexperienced. You had a lot of experience coming in with Sam Hartman, who actually we got to see take some reps last night.
Not great.
No. And then, or was that 2 nights ago? I can't even keep
No, it was last night.
Yeah, it was last night.
He's playing for Washington.
And Riley Leonard, obviously playing for a national championship. I don't know. Big expectation for CJ Carr.
We'll see what he does. BreaklineOptics.com for Breakline Optics. Code TNR30 to save 30% off your order.
Our big guarantee show, Guarantee Friday, is happening Friday. Hope you're working on your guarantees. We'll tell you tomorrow how you can maybe get a early entry in to make sure your guarantees get seen by us, so we're not all backlogged on Friday a little bit. But USA Today has 7 bold but not crazy predictions for the upcoming year. One of them, a team ranked outside the top 5 will win the national title.
I agree with that.
Outside the AP top 5.
Yeah.
Who's your team outside?
Well, you got it too. You've got LSU, I've got Alabama.
Yep. They talk about the past 5 national champions have come from inside the top 5, so that's what makes it a little bold. Their second one, a quarterback will not win the Heisman Trophy this year. We sort of dabbled in that yesterday.
We did. Jeremiah Smith was my second pick, or was that my first pick?
Now, would this be the first time, since it became a quarterback's award that we've had a non-quarterback in back-to-back years because Travis Hunter last year.
It's true. Yeah, because Devontae Smith won it, and then a quarterback won it the next year.
Arch Manning will not lead the SEC in passing.
I think that's probably a safe play.
Who do you think will, though?
I don't know, but I've got
Garrett Nussmeier.
Got a lot of others to choose from, right?
3 preseason unranked teams will make the playoffs, according to USA Today. Well, you don't always get it, but if it's not Boise State, you're going to have one group of 5.
A Big 12 winner could easily be currently unranked. Is that what they're saying? Starting the season unranked, right?
That's right.
That third one would be a tough case to make. I mean, who comes from the pack in the ACC, SEC, or Big 10 to do it?
Yeah.
Was Indiana was preseason unranked, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Last year? Yeah. So
they say a group of 5 not named Boise, and then either Oklahoma, Baylor, Missouri, or Nebraska. Some of the people to keep an eye on.
Okay.
4 SEC schools will make a coaching change. I think LT has it closer to 6.
Yeah, I would lean over the 4 there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 4 bowl based on where we are right now.
I mean, you could easily see Arkansas. Everybody kind of expects that, frankly.
Yep.
They go Pittman, Freeze, Venables, and Napier.
Wow, they didn't even mention Lebby. I mean, I think there's a scenario that gets Lebby out at State.
Yeah, after watching Any Given Saturday.
You're back on Lebby? Well, I think he's going to beat Arizona State week 2, which is going to give him a little forward momentum there, which might help him.
Yeah, I mean, Stoops and Kelly are in play.
Yeah.
I mean, probably the number is 3.
The Big Ten will qualify more playoff teams than the SEC in the playoffs again this year.
Wouldn't necessarily surprise me just because
it's helped out that the Big Ten's top heavy.
That is right. I mean, it's easier to be in the top 4 in the Big Ten than it is in the SEC.
But they flip around and say the national championship game will be SEC versus SEC.
All right, well, it's not the craziest prediction, no. I mean, we've even before a 12-team playoff, we've already seen that happen twice.
Yep.
And that's just when you had 2 teams and 4 teams. We've seen it.
That from USA Today, 7 bold but not crazy predictions, which hopefully whets your appetite to get a little crazy with us on Friday as we do our annual Guarantee Friday show. 3 guarantees. Don't give us 1, don't give us 2, don't give us 4 or 5. Give us 3 guarantees for Friday's show. And we'll be ready to roll on Friday with that. Until then, we rejoin you at 9 o'clock Central Time tomorrow for 3 more hours of the next round. Until next time, God bless. Oh, that's live.
We leave you with a look at Toomer's Corner.
9-time national championship Auburn, where it has never rained on that campus since they became 9-time national champions.
Look at that gorgeous sky.
Look at that. It does surprise me they let the stoplights still be crimson down there, red. Down there. You should have a different color for the stoplights and stop signs in Auburn. Until next time, God bless you. What they're saying in my ear, the red always stops at Auburn.
Oh.
Until next time, God bless you. God bless America.